Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to our excellent principal, Puan Haji Nurhaiti Embong, the respected teachers, our invited speaker, Dr. ADZUHAIDAH, as well as our beloved Form 5 and Form 4 students of SMK SAUJANA UTAMA. A quick reminder for the students, the attendance link will only be shared at the end of our program in the comment section. So if you have any question, please write it on a piece of paper and later on you can ask your subject teacher. Towards the end of the program, we will have a quiz with cash reward for 20 students who answered the fastest. So please give your full attention to what our speaker wants to share today. Without further delay, we will start our program for today. Welcome everyone to the Do It the Right Way program to all of the pioneer of SPM English CEFR-Aligned. Before we begin today's program, I call upon Afiq Shazwan from 5 Dynamic to recite the dua.
Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Allahumma innaka khallaqul azim, innaka antas sami'ul alim, innaka ghafurur rahim, innaka rabbul arsyil azim, innaka al-barral jawadul karim. Ya Allah, Engkaulah yang mempunyai segala kepujian, Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kepujian, Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kesyukuran, Engkaulah yang memiliki segala pemerintahan, di tangan Engkau segala kebajikan, kepada Engkaulah kami segala urusan. Allahu ya Karim ya Rahim. Ya Allah, jadikanlah tujuan kami berhimpun di dalam majlis ini semata-mata untuk mengharapkan keridhaan-Mu. Satukanlah hati-hati kami, damaikanlah segala permusuhan di antara kami, kerana Engkaulah Tuhan yang maha bijaksana, maha berkuasa, serta Engkaulah Tuhan yang memegang dan memiliki segala hati manusia. Kami memohon agar Engkau perbaikilah hati-hati kami dan jadikanlah kami manusia yang baik lagi berguna, yang berupaya untuk menjadi khalifah-Mu yang memakmurkan bumi ini. Ya fa'alul lima yurid, kami juga memohon perlindungan darimu. Segala perkara yang boleh mencatat, silakan majlis kami, dan dari segala perkara yang melalaikan kami dari berbuat taat kepadamu. Kepadamu juga kami serah segala urusan kami. Rabbana 'alaika tawakkalna wa ilaika anabna wa ilaikal masir. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina 'adzabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa baraka wa sallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Taqabbalallahu minna.
Amin, 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 ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Afiq Shazwan, for the dua recitation. Now, I would like to invite our respected Head of Language Department, Puan Siti Fadila binti Ali, to give her welcoming speech on behalf of our excellent principal. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Ms. Chairperson. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Puan Rosilawati binti Muannam, Head of English Panel, Puan Siti Rubiatuliza binti Ahmad Tajuddin, Coordinator for this program, Do It the Right Way, Dr. ADZUHAIDAH, TAHA, our guest speaker for today's program, English teachers of SMK SAUJANA UTAMA, and to all my beloved students of SMK SAUJANA UTAMA. First and foremost, Puan Pengetua expressed apology for not being able to be with us today, for she's having another important program. Anyway, congratulations to the English panel of SMK SAUJANA UTAMA for organizing Do It the Right Way for all SPM candidates, and some Form 4 students are here as well to be with us. I would also like to thank and extend my welcome to our guest speaker today, Dr. ADZUHAIDAH, to SMK SAUJANA UTAMA, for being here with all of us today. Your presence is highly appreciated. My dear students, SPM exam will come whatever matters. So grab this opportunity that the panel has planned for all of you to gain whatever that you need, as well as to prepare yourself before the important day in your life comes. Do not let the pandemic stop you to reach your dreams. Get ready with pen and papers to scribble and jot down notes where necessary. So please stay focused and keep looking ahead. Set your goal and don't let the negative thought deter you. As the saying goes, no pain, no gain. Struggle is real, yeah? Before I end my speech, I would like to express my deepest appreciation once again to Dr. Azu for sharing her thoughts and knowledge with all of us today. Last but not least, I hope this program will benefit not only the SPM candidates, but also the Form 4 students and the teachers as well. Thank you and have fun.
Thank you, Puan Siti Fadila binti Ali, for the welcoming speech. Now, before we begin our program, I would like to introduce our honorable guest speaker, Dr. ADZUHAIDAH Muhammad TAHA. She is a CFR National Master Trainer and a mother to a lovely family. She has a wide experience in teaching, as she has been teaching in teaching profession for 26 years. And currently, she is a teacher in Sekolah Sri Putri Cyberjaya. Initially, the event was planned to start at 9:30 a.m. So despite her schedule, she still made time for us and agreed to start an hour earlier. Thank you so much, Dr. Azu, for your consideration, and your presence is highly appreciated. So please, everyone, take this opportunity to give your full attention to what Dr. Azu wants to share with us today. Without further ado, please welcome Dr. Azu to start the sharing session. The floor is yours, Dr.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Atira, for being our moderator for today. And I would also like to extend my thanks to SMK SAUJANA UTAMA for inviting me again, actually. Yeah, all right. And thank you so much to the excellent principal of SMK SAUJANA UTAMA, Puan Hajah Nur Hayati, and also Puan Rosilawati, who's been in contact with me, yeah. Right, and also Puan Siti Fadilah, yeah, for the welcoming speech just now. Right, really appreciate it. Yeah, right. So as you have introduced me, yes, I am a teacher at Sekolah Sri Putri Cyberjaya, and I've been teaching for quite some time. And actually today, I would like to share some of the tips on the format as well as on how the new CFR looks like. Yeah. I may not be the best person, yeah. It's just that I would like to share some of the knowledge that I have, yeah. Right. So, boys and girls, for in SMK SAUJANA UTAMA, right, you can address me as Miss Azu because my students all call me Miss Azu, yeah. It's MS, it's not MISS, yeah, because I'm married, okay. Right. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, everyone. Right. Well, I guess we will start now. Okay, so our session will be divided into two parts. So in the first session, I'll be talking about writing as well as speaking. Okay, whereas in the second session, I'll be talking about reading and use of English as well as listening. Okay, so there are 4 parts in the new CFR-Aligned SPM paper. Okay, all right, so let's start. Okay. Yeah. All right. I hope everybody has had your breakfast this morning, okay, because it's going to be long. Right. So we're going to start off with writing. Okay. Right. So this is the CFR English papers. Okay. So as I mentioned, there are 4 components of the paper, right? So the first one is reading and use of English. Okay, so that's 1119/1. Okay, for paper 2, it's writing. Okay, and then for paper 3, okay, it's speaking. And finally, paper 4, it's listening. Okay, all right. Now, the difference between this new format and the previous format is that, okay, speaking and listening will be taking 50% of the weightage of the whole paper. Okay. So what I'm saying is that, all right, reading and use of English is 25% of the overall paper. Okay, writing 25%, speaking another 25%, and listening another 25%. So in other words, you have to be good at both, not both, all the 4 components. Okay, all the four components. Okay. Unlike previously, the students are mostly good at writing, and so they can score their English paper. But starting from your batch, yeah, okay, you're the pioneer. All right. So the papers, okay, for English are equally divided, yeah, in terms of importance. All right. So 25% each. Okay. Now, if we look at CEFR levels, okay, all right, CEFR levels, okay, basically there are 6 levels, all right, 6 levels, right? Okay, so at Form 5 level, okay, you are expected to be in this, at this level, okay, so you should be independent users of English. Okay. So those in lower forms, they are basic users of English. So you guys should be the independent users of English. Okay. So who are the proficient users? Some of you may be proficient users. Okay. All right. But your teachers are definitely proficient users. Yeah. Okay. So basically, this is our target. This is our target. All right. Okay. So now let's look at the overview of the writing task. Okay, so when we are talking about writing, okay, starting from this year, okay, in SPM, all right, so you will be having 3 questions, okay, or 3 parts, yeah. Okay, so the first one is the compulsory task. Okay, so that's where you have short messages or short text. Okay, so in this case, you have to write an email to a friend in about 80 words. Okay, only 80 words. It's very short. Okay, so that's part 1. You have to answer this question. Yeah, that's why it's called compulsory. Okay, as for part 2, okay, it is also compulsory. Okay, but for this one, it is a short essay. Yeah, it's guided. Okay, it's guided, meaning to say you have some points given. Okay, all right. Now, for this essay, you have to write in about 150 words. Okay, 150 words. All right. Okay, and the last part, which is part 3. Okay, so you have a choice of tasks. Okay. Now, it is called extended writing, yeah, because you have to write longer. Okay. Now, for this question, okay, for this part, you are given 3 questions, or they call it tasks, yeah, to choose from. Right. So they could give you an article, they could give you a review, okay, a report, or a story. So what you do is you have to choose only one. Yeah. So you choose only one. Yeah. Do not write all 3. Yeah. Okay. You don't have time. So candidates have to choose one and write the essay in about 250 words. Okay. All right. Now, many people ask me, what happens if they write longer? Okay. Now, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, as far as this new format is concerned, there is no penalty if you write longer. Okay, that means we do not minus any marks if you write longer. Okay, so you can write, okay, slightly longer than 250 words, but whatever it is, you have to write within the time given. Okay, I don't think you can write very long, yeah, for this one. Okay, right. Now, for the time given, yeah. So the full paper is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So basically, all right, half an hour here, half an hour here, and half an hour here. Okay, but okay. Now, for my students, I always say, okay, for the first part, you take only 20 minutes to do it. Okay, for the second part, you take 30 minutes. Okay, half an hour. And for part 3, you take about 40 minutes to do it. Okay, because this one is longer. Okay. So in terms of length, how long, okay, you must write, that depends on how fast you can write. Okay. All right. Now, my advice is, if you think that your language is not very good, okay, do not write very long. Okay, do not write very long, but you have to write at least, yeah, like part 2, yeah, you have to write at least 150 words. Okay. All right, and part 3 250 words. Okay, must not be like you write only 100 words for part 3. That is not enough. Okay. All right, but if you think your language is good, all right, and you can write fast, then by all means, okay, just throw all your creativity in part 3 there. Okay. All right. Okay, I hope it's clear, yeah, on the 3 types of writing tasks that we are going to have, yeah. Okay, now here are some sample topics for extended writing for part 3. Okay, all right. These are some sample topics, not necessarily the topic that will come out. No, yeah, okay. So you have 3 parts, remember? For part 3, you have 3 parts, okay? All right, 3 questions there. So it could be article or report. It could be a review. Okay, it could be a story. Yeah. Now, so article, you can have a community recreation center. Report, you can have raising money for charity. Okay, and then article again, yeah, keeping the neighborhood safe. Yeah, report. Waste, sorry, yeah, why is missing there? Ways to reduce pollution. Okay, all right. Article, yeah, how to stay fit and healthy. All right. So all those things which are related to you. Okay, related to the topics that we have covered, yeah, in our syllabus. All right. All right. And as for review, it could be a book review. Okay, it could be a hotel review. But most of the time, it's either book or movie. Yeah. But these are some of the questions that they may ask. Okay, a review of a restaurant that you went to. These are only possibilities. Okay, all right. And as for a story, okay, we can have a story on a helping hand, okay, an unforgettable trip, okay, a lesson learned, getting through a difficult time, okay, ending your passion, a strange encounter, or overcoming challenges. Okay, and there are so many other topics, yeah, that they may ask. Okay, all right. Okay, let's move on to the assessment scale. Okay, for writing, how do your teachers mark your paper? Okay, all right. So we will be looking at these 4 points, okay, or 4 criteria. Yeah. So the first one is content. The first one is content. The second one is communicative achievement. Okay, the third one, organization. And the fourth one is your language. Okay, so whenever we see your essay, okay, so we are looking at these 4 criteria, okay, or 4 aspects, yeah, how we are going to mark your paper. Okay, so the first one, content. Now, what is content? Content is when you write something which is relevant to the task. Okay, relevant to the question. Yeah. So in the question, it will tell you what is it that they want. Like for example, okay, you want to go for a picnic. Okay, where to go, what to bring, what activities that you can do there. So there are 3 questions that you have to answer. So in this case, if you answer all the 3 questions, then it means we are fully informed. That means all the points are there. We know, okay, that you have understood the question and you have answered the question. Okay, so content you can get full mark. Yeah. All right. Okay, by the way, 5 marks, yeah, for content, 5 marks for communicative achievement, 5 marks for organization, and 5 marks for language. Yeah. Okay, now, as for communicative achievement, okay, what is it? Now, it's your ability to communicate straightforward ideas by using the correct tone and conventions of the writing task. Okay, what is that? Right. For example, okay, you are writing an email. So the tone that you need to use is one of an email. Okay, so it's a bit informal. You can use like a short form like I apostrophe M. I'm okay. Whereas in normal essay, you're not supposed to use any contractions. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, And if you are writing a story, so you should have an introduction. Okay, you should have descriptive events, yeah? Or if you can have climax, it's even better. Okay, and then personal opinion, your opinion about something, yeah? Or maybe you can have engaging scenes, okay, which makes your story very interesting. Okay, so for you to score this part, yeah, CA, there must be an interest value also. That means your story must be interesting. If you write a review, your review must be interesting. Okay, that means when your readers read it, they want to read more. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, all right. Now, organization. Yeah, the third one is organization. Okay, you must have good paragraphing. Okay, in other words, when you write your essay, please write in paragraphs. Okay, please write in paragraphs. Yeah. Okay, and then all right, it should be well planned and focused on separate ideas for each paragraph. Okay, and then you should use a variety of cohesive devices, okay, and conjunctions. All right, cohesive devices, some of them are like maybe you can say first, okay, next, other than that, okay, besides this, okay, what happened, okay, what else, all right. Okay, and then you should also use conjunctions. Okay, okay, what are conjunctions? All right, conjunctions are words that link or connect two sentences or two ideas. Okay, like all right, I like ice cream and burger. Okay, and is a conjunction. All right, okay, but that is a common one that everybody uses. Okay, everybody use and but, so it's so common, yeah. All right, high frequency, we call it high frequency conjunctions. But now we would like you to use a more sophisticated conjunction, yeah. Okay, like for example, moreover, okay, all right, nevertheless, okay, therefore, yeah, hence, okay, thus, yeah, any of those which are not how to say the common ones, yeah. All right, so we would like to see a lot of those. Yeah, for CFR, definitely you have to use conjunctions and a variety of them, yeah, for you to score organization. Okay, and one more thing which is important is coherence. Coherent here means when you write, okay, you do not go in circles, okay, or you do not beat around the bush, yeah. So it should be, your idea should flow very nicely. Okay, first thing comes first, and then the second one, what happens? Okay, the third one, what happens? You know, there is a flow to it. All right. So we don't want you to write, okay, the first idea first, and then suddenly the last idea, and then move back to the second idea. And then after that, the fifth idea. So it's all jumbled up, you know, it's not coherent. Okay. All right. So you should arrange your thoughts. Okay. And you should plan your essay. All right. Okay, and the last one is language, yeah? The accuracy of your language, whether, okay, your grammar is correct or not. Now, my advice is, if you write in present tense, stick to present tense. Do not mix with past tense. Do not, you do not mix all the tenses, okay? So stick to one tense. Like if you want to tell a story, okay, in the past, so stick to past tense. Use past tense throughout. Okay. All right. Okay, and then use a variety of sentence structures. Okay, so you have three types of sentence structures, basically the basic ones. Yeah. Okay, we have simple, we have compound, and we have complex sentences. Okay, all right. Simple sentence is like, I go to school. Okay. All right. And then if you want it to, if you want to change to compound, then you can just add the word and. Okay. My friend and I go to school. So it becomes a compound sentence. All right. Okay. How does it become a complex sentence? Okay. My friend and I go to school even though we are sick. Okay, even though we are sick. So even though you put in even though, then your sentence becomes complex. All right. Okay. So you have to use a variety of sentence structures. Yeah, and good vocab. All right. Please vary, VARY, not VERY. Please vary your vocab, your words. Okay, like for example, you want to use the word happy. Don't use the word happy all the time. I'm happy, she is happy, they are happy. Okay, so you can change. I feel excited. Okay, I feel excited. He is on cloud nine. Okay, all right. So use different words to show happiness. Okay, he is elated when he got the result. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we mean, yeah, by accuracy, sentence structures, and good appropriate vocab. Okay, all right. Let's move on. Okay, this is our assessment scale actually, yeah. So you can see here like what I've mentioned. Okay, content, communicative achievement, the tone and all, yeah, whether it's interesting or not, organization and language. Okay, all right. So I think we skip this part. Okay, all right. I just want you to know. Okay, this is the thing that teachers are using when they want to mark your essay. And we have 3 different assessment skills. Okay. All right. Now, okay. All right. But I would like to draw your attention to this one. Yeah. Communicative achievement for part 3, the long essay. Yeah. Okay. It says here, uses the conventions of the communicative task effectively to hold the target reader's attention. That means the way you write, okay, is interesting and it holds, okay, the reader's attention. We are so interested, okay, to read more and more. Okay, all right, and fulfill all communicative purposes. Okay, that means the way you write, yeah, you use the correct tone, you give your personal opinion. Okay, if you're writing a story, definitely there is a climax, the solution to a problem. Okay, all right, all those things. Yeah. Okay, now let's move on to the 3 parts, yeah, of writing. So the first one, okay, part 1, okay, informal message, which is an email writing or short message. Okay, like what I've mentioned is 20 minutes, okay, 20 marks and 80 words. All right. Okay. Now, this is a sample question. Okay, you received an email from your new friend, Alisa, who has just moved to your hometown. Okay, hi, the school break is finally here. I'm planning to watch a movie with my family soon. Where shall we go? And what movie should we watch? Okay, why do you think the movie is suitable for us? I'll be waiting for your reply. Okay, bye. Your friend Alisa. Okay, so if you look at this question, okay, you will see what is required of you to do. What do you need to do? Okay, so the first one, where shall we go? That's the question. Okay, what movie? Okay, and then why do you think the movie is suitable? Okay, now in other words, you must answer all the 3 questions, and then you could easily get 5 marks. Yeah. Okay. So that's one, right? Now, okay, this is a sample of an email. Okay, I just want to show you the format, right? Okay, so you should have 2, and then you write an email address here, and then subject. Sometimes they have to and from, okay, and then subject. Okay, the subject can be one word, no problem. You can just say picnic, or you can just say something else. Okay, all right. And I'm sure everybody knows how to write an email, right? So just write any email address. Okay. Now, so title must be there, and you should write a salutation. Okay, what is a salutation? Okay, write down the writer's name. Okay, here, yeah. Okay, the person who writes to you, for example. Okay, if the name is Amy, it's Amy. Okay, if the name is Alisa, it's Alisa. All right, so you just write here. At least hi, yeah? Hi Amy, hi Alyssa, okay? And please write down an introduction to your email, okay? You can just use a simple sentence such as, I'm so glad that you have, brought this up, okay, as I had nothing planned for the holidays. That's an introduction, okay? Or, hi Amy, I hope you are in the pink. That is also a form of introduction. Okay, all right. And then you have all the content points here. Okay, you have all the content points here. All right, now, okay, it will be at Central Park, just beside East Road. Okay, at Central Park. That answers the question of where to go. Where is it that they're going for a picnic? At Central Park. Yeah, okay. Now, don't forget to bring an extra mat to place our food. Yeah, okay, to place our foods on, just in case I lost mine. Okay, so it answers the question what to bring. What is it that they need to bring? So a suggestion here is an extra mat. Okay, so it answers the second question. Okay, and then I can handle them, though you could bring some snacks. Another one, you could bring some snacks, also answers the question what to bring. Okay, if you like to. Now, the more the better. I was also thinking that we could have, Jack and David come. Yeah, it will be more fun with them around. Okay, all right. So, suggestion of what to do there. Okay, to have Jack and David there as well. Okay, all right, and then it will be more fun. Yeah, okay, and then do update me if something comes up and by. So that's the ending. Okay, so that's the ending. All right. Okay. All right. So actually for this one, I'm thinking we could have Jack and David come. That is not really a direct answer to what to do. What are they going to do there? Okay. But somehow we can imply that they will have fun there doing something. Yeah. Even though it's not very direct. So for your benefit, okay, please state clearly what is it that you're going to do there. Okay, what is it that you're going to do there? Maybe you want to play beach soccer, for example. Yeah, make it very clear. Okay, make it very clear. So do not let your teachers infer. Okay, guess. Oh, what are they going to do? They know that Jack and David will be there, but you do not really say it clearly what to do. Yeah. All right. Okay, so basically this is the format of an email. Yeah, right. Okay, let's move on to part 2. Okay, part 2 is actually a formal text, which is a guided essay. Now, when it says formal text here, you are not supposed to use contractions or short forms like I'm, I apostrophe M, she's, she apostrophe S, okay. So you're not allowed to use all those contractions, and your tone must be more formal. Okay, it's not like you are talking to somebody like an email. In an email, the tone is very casual. Okay, it's like you are talking to a friend. Yeah, but for guided essay, all right, it's not like you are talking to a friend. It's more formal. Okay, you are telling a story normally. Okay. So time given is 20 minutes. Okay, marks 20 marks, and the length 125 to 150 words. Okay, this is just the suggested time. But like what I told my students, okay, just take 20 minutes for the first one, yeah, and this one you can take a longer time. All right, but it depends on you. Okay, it depends on you. Okay, all right. Okay, this is the sample. All right, you must answer this question. Write your answer in 125 to 150 words in an appropriate style. Okay. Your class has been discussing what one would do if one becomes a millionaire, and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about what you would do if you become a millionaire. Okay, in your essay, you should write about what you would like to do. Again, okay, what you would like to do, reasons for your choice, okay, and how do you plan to do that? So take note, you have the questions here. All right, you have the questions here. It's not like you get the question, oh, what would you do if you become a millionaire? And then you start writing. Do not write yet, but you have to look at what do you have to answer. Okay, number one, okay, if you become a millionaire, what would you like to do? Okay, so maybe you want to donate some of your money to the poor, or maybe you want to buy a new car, okay, or maybe you want to buy a piece of land, okay, or maybe you want to give 100,000 to your mom and dad, yeah. So first you have to answer what you would like to do, okay. The second one, okay, the reasons for your choice. Okay, say you want to give 100,000 to your mom and dad. Why? Because they have been raising me, okay, took care of me when I was little, okay. So the reasons must be there, okay. And then how do you plan to do that? Okay, how do you plan to do that? Okay, so maybe first, okay, when you have a lot of money, you can invest some money, okay, in a trust fund, or maybe you can keep some money in tabung haji, okay, or maybe you give little by little that money, okay, to your mom and dad. Maybe every month you give 10,000, for example. Okay, so you must have a plan. How do you want to do that? Okay. All right. Now write your essay using all the notes and giving reasons for your point of view. Okay. So make sure you answer the question. Yeah. Right. Okay. This is a typical essay for part 2. All right. So as you can see, you have 3 paragraphs here. Okay. At least intro. Okay. And these are the points here. Okay. And then maybe the ending, the conclusion. All right. But you can have 5. 5 is better. Okay. Intro, 3 content points. Okay. 1 in each paragraph, and then the conclusion. Yeah. But basically, this is the format. Okay. Okay. Now, as for SPM writing test format, part 3. Okay. So extended writing. Yeah. This is we are talking about extended essay, longer essay. Okay. You can choose from the 3 here. Yeah. Okay. An article, a review, a report, or a story. Yeah. Okay. So this is the time allocated, and the number of words, 250 words. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, sample question. Articles wanted. Okay. My school library. Oh, before that, yeah. You see this notice. This is a notice on the board outside the school library. Okay. Again, read, yeah, the question. What types of books are there in your school library? What special facilities does your library have? How can you improve your school library? Okay, write us an article answering these questions. Okay, so the best article will be displayed on the school magazine. Yeah, and write your article. Okay, so you have to answer these 3 things. Okay, right. Now, this is a sample of an article. Okay, this is a sample of an article. So you should have the title and then byline. We call it byline. Okay, why it's byline, BY? Because you have to write down your name there. Okay, for example, the title is My School Library. Okay, so by Aminah binti Muhammad. Okay, so you just write these 2 things, yeah, as the format. Okay, and then just write in paragraphs as usual. Okay, so it's quite simple, yeah, the format. Okay, now, how do you write an article actually? Okay, the purpose of an article is to inform, to advise, to compare and contrast, and others, and intended to be published. That's why the question, if you're supposed to write an article, normally the article will be published somewhere. maybe in the school magazine, maybe in a newspaper. Yeah. So that's why we write an article actually, yeah, to be published. Okay. So as I mentioned, the format is very simple. Okay, you just write the title and the byline, yeah, the name of the writer, which is your name. Okay, and then write the introduction, okay, which is catchy and grabs the reader's attention. And you can present your topic. Okay, so if you can come up with an interesting introduction, that would be great. Okay. All right, and then write the body paragraphs, at least 3 points. Okay, so in the 3 points there, okay, the first in one paragraph, you should state the idea, or this is also called the topic sentence. Okay, you should elaborate and you should give examples. Okay, for each paragraph here. All right. So you have 3 points. That means you need to have 3 paragraphs. Okay. All right. In each paragraph, you must have what's the idea about, elaborate that idea, and then give examples. Okay. And finally, write a conclusion. Okay. And in your conclusion, do not add new ideas. Yeah, please. Do not add new ideas. Okay. All right. Now, here comes the structure of an article. As I've mentioned, okay, introduction, paragraph 1. So there are 3 paragraphs here in the middle. So paragraph 2, 3, and 4 should answer these 3 questions. Okay, types of books, paragraph 2, special facilities, paragraph 3, and ways to improve, paragraph 4. Okay, and finally, the conclusion. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I would give this analogy, yeah, to you. Okay, so it's like a sandwich, your essay is like a sandwich, yeah. There are layers and layers and layers, okay, of content in an essay, just like layers of the types of foods, okay, the various types of food in a sandwich. Okay, so you can see you have onion, you have tomatoes, okay, cheese, yeah. All those things. All right, cucumber. So the same goes to your essay. Okay, the first layer will be the introduction. Okay, all right. And the second layer, which is the second paragraph, that's your point 1. Okay, where you talk about the types of books. And the third layer is point 2, where you talk about special facilities. Yeah. And point 3, okay, ways to improve. Okay, and only the conclusion, the final one. Yeah. Remember, when you want to write an essay, you should organize your ideas like this. Okay, like this. Yeah. Do not put all the 3 points in one paragraph, please. Yeah. Okay. So this is where organization, is important. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's talk about the content points. All right, the content points. Okay, do not include the intro. Okay, intro is the first one. Intro, yeah. Okay, so this is the first paragraph for the content, which is the second layer. Intro is intro, yeah. So this is the first paragraph for point 1. Okay, we are going to talk about what? The types of books. Okay, so here you can start with, okay, there are many types of books in my school library, which include fiction, non-fiction, as well as biography. Okay, so this is what we call topic sentence. Okay, topic sentence. Why is it called topic sentence? Because in the first sentence, we have the idea of what you are going to talk about in the whole paragraph. Okay, we know that you are going to talk about the types of books. Okay, so that's what we call topic sentence. So in any essay, actually, a topic sentence is very important, especially when you talk about facts. That's very important. Yeah. Okay. Now, so there are many types, which are what? Fiction, non-fiction, biography. Okay. Now, elaboration. Move on to the next one. Yeah, the one in purple. Okay, fiction refers to stories which are imaginary and unreal. Okay, whereas non-fiction refers to true events in a story. Okay, biography, on the other hand, are stories of someone's life written by someone else. Okay. So what are we doing here? We are elaborating the topic sentence here. Okay, the points given in the topic sentence. All right. Okay, that's what we call it, elaboration. Okay, this is step 2. Yeah. Step 3. Sorry, you are giving examples. Okay, you are giving examples. All right. An example of fiction books are Harry Potter series, while non-fiction can be books on National Geographic and history. Okay. A biography can be the life story of Tun Mahathir Mohamad or David Beckham. Okay. So what are we doing here? Okay, we are actually giving examples of each type of books. Yeah, each type of books. All right. Okay, so that's why I wrote here the formula. This is TEE. Okay, and sometimes we call it C also. Yeah, SEE. Yeah, okay, but here is better use TEE. Topic sentence, elaboration, examples. Okay. So you won't go wrong, yeah, if you follow these steps, yeah. If you follow these steps, all right. Okay. For the second point, all right, let's look at the second point. All right, we are talking about the facilities in a library. Remember the question? Facilities in the library. Okay, how do you write the topic sentence? Okay. My school library has various facilities which make us feel so comfortable studying there. Okay. So the moment you write like this, readers know that, okay, in this paragraph, okay, this student is going to talk about the facilities in the school library. Okay. All right. So that's why it's called topic sentence. Okay. Now, how do you elaborate? Among the facilities are the reference books section, two sets of sofa and colorful bin bags, as well as 10 desktops complete with printers. Okay. These facilities help make our learning process much easier. So this is actually an elaboration of the facilities. Okay. All right. So you have the facilities, which are book sections, a reference book section, sofa and colorful bin bags, and also desktop complete with printers. So you elaborate, okay, the facilities. Yeah. What are the facilities that they have? Okay. And also, why are these facilities important? Okay. It helps make our learning process much easier. So this is the elaboration section. Okay, step 3 now, give examples. Okay, the reference book section, for instance, okay, use words like for instance, for example, okay, helps us find revision books. Okay, after finding the books, we can lounge at the sofa or sit on the bin bags and enjoy reading. Okay, in addition, the computers and printers will be of great help when we have homework or assignments that we need to print. And we can also look for information on the internet for our scrapbooks using the computers provided. Okay. So here there are examples of the use of these facilities. Okay. All right. Like for example, for the reference book section, okay, to find revision books. Okay. And then the sofa and the bin bags for them to sit and lounge and enjoy reading. Okay, and the computers and printers, okay, so they can print their work and also look for information on the internet. Okay, so that's those are examples, right? Okay, so that's the structure, and the same goes to paragraph 3. Okay, paragraph 3 should be able to answer the question of ways to improve our school library. Okay, here it says some of the ways are by replacing the chairs and tables, okay, there, as they are no longer in a good condition, and repair the air conditioner. So this is the elaboration of the ways to improve. One, replacing the chairs and tables. Two, repair the air conditioner. Okay. Now, give examples. For example, every time I want to sit on a chair, I have to test it first, as it is creaky and looks as if it is going to break. Okay. Such insecurity makes me prefer to sit on the bean bags. Okay. As for the tables, they are not stable either, and I always avoid putting more than 5 books at a time on it. Okay. It shows that how the chair is very bad. Okay, it's not in a good condition anymore. Okay, further instances, yeah, the tables are worn out and full of graffiti, which is not nice to look at. For instance, take note, yeah, I use for example, for instance, okay, there are tables which have inappropriate words written on them. Hence, I feel that such tables need to be replaced immediately. Other than that, a quick fix of the air conditioner will make the students study in a more conducive environment. Yeah, examples. Okay. All right. So that's about article. Okay. Now let's move on to review. Okay. You recently saw this notice in a magazine. Okay. Reviews required. Okay. Have you watched any interesting movies lately? Send us your movie review. Okay. Say, this is the question. What you enjoyed about the movie? Okay. It's always WH questions. Okay, so you have to look for the WH questions, yeah? So what you enjoyed about the movie? Would you recommend the movie to your friends? And why? Okay. Now, for this one, you can say that, okay, I do not want to recommend the movie to my friends. Why? Maybe you can say because it has too much of violence, okay? And the actors do not really know how to act, for example. Okay, so you have to give reasons why you want to recommend or not, yeah, the movie to your friends. Okay, again, the best reviews will be published in our newsletter. Okay, so it will be published in the newsletter, right? Okay, so the format is very simple. You just have to write in paragraphs. Okay, just write in paragraphs. Okay, right. Now, how to write a review? A review can be a review of a movie or a book most of the time. Yeah, most of the time. Okay, it should entertain, persuade, and inform, providing an original opinion without giving away too much of the synopsis. Okay, the problem with the students now, when you write a review, yeah, okay, you write about the synopsis, the storyline from A to Z. We do not want that. Okay, we do not want that. Okay, right. But it has to be focused. Okay. Now, first, what do? You choose a movie or a book that you like. Okay, easier, yeah. If you choose something that you like, then something that you do not like, yeah. Okay. Now, write details about it, like the title. Okay. What's the movie title? Okay, for example, what is it? Okay, can't think of any movie right now. So many of them. Okay, who's the producer, if you know? Okay, who are the actors and actresses? Okay, and if it's a book, who's the author? Okay, and you have to mention in what language is the movie or the book. So if you're talking about a K movie, a Korean movie, so you mention it's in Korean language. Okay, it's in Korean language. All right, what genre? It's a horror movie. Okay, it's a horror movie. Okay, or maybe it's in a Japanese language. Okay, the title is Ju-on. Okay, so genre is horror. Okay. Now, state why you like the movie. Okay, state why you like the movie. Okay. Now, for this one, you can talk about the plot, you can talk about the characters, cinematography, the values, the suspense, okay, the thrilling scenes, all right, the climax, anything at all. Yeah, all right. So, again, remember sandwich? So maybe you can talk about the plot and the characters in one paragraph. Okay, all right. So the topic sentence will be, okay, I like the movie because of the plot and the characters. Then you elaborate and give examples. Okay, and then in the next paragraph, you talk about maybe the values alone. Okay, I really love the movie because of the values, okay, that are embedded in the movie. Okay, so that is the topic sentence. We know that you are going to talk about the values, okay, the moral values. So you elaborate. You can say that I can see the value of friendship in that movie. Okay, it really touches my heart. Okay. All right. So the friendship was between who and who. Then you give examples. Okay, you give examples. All right. Okay. And how is the value shown or depicted in the movie? Yeah. Okay. And you can also talk about the thrilling scenes. I love the thrilling scenes in that movie very much. Okay, so give examples. Elaborate first and then give examples. Okay. And finally, you have to state whether you will recommend it to your friends and why. Why? Okay. Well, I would like to recommend it to my friends 100%. Okay, because I feel that she can learn a lot from the movie as it has a lot of moral values, for example. Okay, furthermore, the characters are also interesting and give a big impact on you after you watch it, for example. Yeah. So that's how you write a movie review. It's not about writing the synopsis, the story from A to Z. No. But you have to answer the question. Yeah. All right. Okay. I hope you can understand, yeah, that part. Okay, let's move on to a story. Okay, write an essay about 250 words on the following topic. Okay, your teacher has asked you to write a story for a school magazine. Okay, and sorry, here it should be story. The story must have the title, A Trip I Would Never Forget. Okay, your story should include a description of the trip, why the trip is unforgettable. Write your story. Okay. All right. So this is another option for you. You can write a report, an article, a review, or a story. Yeah. Okay. So for this kind of question, okay, a trip I would never forget, you must answer, you must include these 2 points. A description of the trip, why the trip is unforgettable. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the format. It's the same as a normal story. Yeah. Okay, so you have paragraphs and the title. Please write a title, yeah, for your story. Okay, and this is basically the structure of a story. Okay, now a story should start with an exposition. You talk about the characters, what happened at that time, and some inciting incident that begins the story, that starts the story. Okay, all right. And then you may have rising action, going up. What happens? Okay. All right, you go to school that morning. It was very peaceful. Okay, you sat at your table, but suddenly a bully came to you. So that's a rising action. Okay, and that bully asked for money from you. Okay, he asked for your lunch money. So that's a rising action. So the climax, what was the climax? Maybe you had a big fight where you punched the bully's face. That's the climax. All right. Okay, and somebody reported to the principal and the principal comes. So that's a falling action already. Okay. And resolution. So what did the principal ask you to do? Maybe to asking the bully to promise not to do it again, for example. Okay, so this is a structure of an effective story actually. Yeah, it should have this, and there is one climax there. Okay, if possible. If you feel that it's not necessary, it's okay as long as you write a story. Yeah. Okay, so in a story, you can choose to write from the first person point of view or the third person point of view. Okay, first person is like I. I tiptoed across the floor, hoping not to disturb him. Okay. Okay, third person, you use she, he, they. Okay. She tiptoed across the floor. Her entire body tense as she fought to stay quiet. Right. So it's up to you. You want to use the first person or third person? Okay. And it depends on the question that you get. Yeah. All right. This is how to start an introduction, which is a grabber. But I think we don't have much time, yeah, for this one. Okay. But basically, you can start with a quotation. Like for example, your story is about health, so you can start with "Health is wealth." Okay, health is wealth, or you can start with what is it? Yeah, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And then you start your story. Okay. Or you can start your story with a question. For example, the question is an unforgettable trip. Okay. How do you ask a question on that? Maybe you can say, have you ever been to Paris? Okay. Or have you ever been to Langkawi? All right. Okay. And then that used to be my dream destination. Okay. All right. So you start with a question. All right. So you can start, yeah, like that. Okay. And you can also start with what do you call that? Funnel. Okay, funnel is when you write something in general and then you go into you narrow it down. Like for example, all of us have neighbors. Okay, all of us have neighbors, but okay, there are neighbors which are very good, but there are also neighbors which are very bad. So from neighbors in general, you classify and narrow it down to good and bad neighbors. Okay, so there are many ways, yeah, to start. Or sometimes you can just start with a word, like for example, an unforgettable trip. Yeah, you start with trip advisor, full stop. Okay, that's a website which okay, where you can find all sorts of information about traveling. So you can start with trip advisor, full stop. Okay, so it gives the effect to your essay. Yeah. All right. And you can also use the show not tell technique. Okay. Like for example, you normally just write, okay, I was afraid. That is telling. I was afraid. You just tell, but you do not show in your essay. He was afraid, but you did not elaborate. Okay. Okay. So how do you show afraid, being afraid there? So you can say, as I entered the old mansion, I felt my stomach muscles tighten. I trembled uncontrollably like a jelly. Cold sweat formed on my forehead, and flashes of lights made me feel dizzy. Okay. I flattened myself to the wall and prayed hard for the thing to disappear. Okay. So that's how you show that you were afraid. Right. The same goes to delicious. You can just say the pizza was delicious. Okay, but you have to show how delicious it is, okay, by writing like this. Okay, steam rising up off the melted cheese made my mouth water. At first bite, my teeth sunk into the cheese, through tomato sauce and into the moist crust. Okay, I chewed and swallowed rapidly. Okay, so the moment you read it, you know that it's delicious. Yeah. Okay, and please use the five senses when you write your story. Okay, what do you see? What can you hear in the story? What can you smell? Okay, at least the first three there. Okay, the story is about going on a trip. What do you see there? I can see seagulls, and the I can feel the wind in my face. Okay, I can hear what? What can you hear? Okay, I can hear people shouting because they are playing beach balls. Okay, near the beach. Yeah, and I can smell the what? the smell of salt in the seawater, for example. Okay, so use all your 5 senses. Yeah. Okay, and it's very important to proofread your essay. Please proofread your essay. Yeah. Okay. What is it that you need to proofread? Number 1, language errors. Okay, your tenses, subject verb agreement, spelling, punctuations, yeah, full stop, comma, all those things. Okay, number 2, make sure you include sophisticated conjunctions, okay, besides the frequently used ones, okay, and also include good words, okay, and make sure that you write in paragraphs, okay, make sure that you write in paragraphs, yeah. Okay. And then the last part is report. Okay, report. Yeah, write an essay of about 250 words on the following topic. Yeah, your teacher has asked you to write a report on your school sports day for a school magazine. So your report should include a description of the sports day, why the event is unforgettable. So there are 2 things here. Okay, the description of the sports day and why the event is unforgettable. Okay, and write your report. Okay, so you must answer the question. Okay, so this is the format, the simple one. All right, so you can write to the recipient of the report. Okay, so here it says write a report on your sports day for a school magazine. So you know it's for a school magazine. So to whom? Maybe editor of the school magazine. Okay, all right, from, that's your name, and subject. Okay, what is the report about? What is it about? Description of the sports day. So you just write a sports day. Okay, a sports day at SMK SAUJANA UTAMA. Yeah, so that should be it, right? Very simple. Okay, so basically this is the format. All right, the to, okay, to the principal SMK Panglima Bukit Gantang, and then from Aisyah. Okay, for example, yeah. All right, subject, poor conditions and services at the school library. Okay, and then you just write as usual, okay, in paragraphs, yeah. And you can use sequence connectors like firstly, secondly, next, okay, and finally in conclusion. Okay, in conclusion. All right. Okay. So that's the structure of a report. Yeah, it's quite easy. Yeah. Okay. And when you write a report, yeah, I would like to point this out. You have to use reported speech. Reported speech. Okay. So we have covered the first part, the format. Now, in the introduction, make sure you write the report's aim. Why are you writing that report? Like in the question given, okay, all right, you want to stay. So you write the report because you want to describe the sports day in detail and why is it unforgettable. Okay, all right. Now, divide your report in clear paragraphs according to main points. Okay, try to have 3. So now, how do you divide your points? Okay, again, look at the question. Why the event is unforgettable? Okay, so maybe the first, after the introduction, so you write, okay, the description of the event, description of the sports day. Okay, the next paragraph, you give a reason. Maybe reason 1, okay, another paragraph, reason 2, okay, or maybe you have 2 reasons only. It's okay. But okay, for example, yeah, the sports day is unforgettable. Remember to write the thesis, the topic sentence. Okay, the sports day is unforgettable because it is the first time we have a parade. Okay, PARADE. Okay, so that is the topic sentence. Describe, elaborate, elaborate the topic sentence. Okay, the parade, okay, consists of what do you call that? Marching from all the 4 houses. Okay, all right, and also the what? The cadet, all right, and also the band, the school band, Okay, all right. So you elaborate on the parade. Okay, and we can see mascots also. Okay, walking, yeah, in front of each house, marching. Okay, all right, and then you give examples. Okay, so that's the first one because of the parade. Okay, the second reason why the sports day is unforgettable because um, that was the first time the sports day included events such as what and what. Maybe new events have been introduced in that sports day. So you elaborate on that. Okay, and finally, you write a conclusion. Okay, now for a report, tone should be more formal. Okay, tone should be more formal. Yeah. All right. Okay, so basically, actually, there's a lot of things to talk about, but we don't have much time because we need to move on to another one. Right. Okay, so actually, this is a sample given by your teacher. All right, your teacher, written by one of you here. Okay, written by one of you here. On the title, okay, what you would like to do and reasons for your choice. Yeah, if you become a millionaire. Okay. Now, a quick look at it. Yeah. Okay. What would you like to do if you become a millionaire? All right. Let's look at this and see whether it answers the question or not. Okay. Our lives consist of special aspects that make us unique. But if there was one similarity that unites us all, I believe it would be to become a millionaire. Okay. Life with heavy pockets and no worries seems like a perfect dream, wouldn't it? Well, there's no doubt that this applies to me too. Okay, a very good introduction there. Okay, so when you read, you want to read more. Okay, then it shows that it's a good introduction. Okay, if there was a lucky day that lands me into becoming a millionaire, I would love to spend it by globe trotting. Okay, so globe trotting. So that is something that he wants to do. So answers the first question. Okay, sending some to my parents along with funding my education fees. Okay, so there are three things that he wants to do: globe trotting, that means traveling; sending some money to parents. Okay, all right, funding his education fees. All right, and another thing that he would like to do is to save a portion while also donating a sum to the people in need. Okay, so another one is saving a portion and donate, okay, to people in need. So has he answered the first question? Yes. All right, what you would like to do. Okay, now let's look at the reasons for his choice. Okay, now the reason behind it. Okay, very good. It's stated very clearly. The reason behind it mainly revolves around reducing my parents' financial burden and to fulfill my dreams independently. So two reasons given: reducing parents' financial burden, fulfill my dreams independently. Okay? All right. And then it would also make me the happiest person in the world to be able to give back to society and to see smiles plastered on the faces of others. Okay? So these are reasons and it's well organized, yeah, written in one paragraph. Okay? All right. Now, next question is, how do you plan to do that? How does he plan to do that? Okay, certainly, strategizing a plan is essential in achieving all that has been said will be helpful in the long run. I would divide the hefty amount into a few categories and open a bank account to manage it efficiently. So he has his own strategy. Okay, he has his own strategy on how he's going to do that. Yeah. All right. So he would divide the money into a few categories and open a bank account. Okay, to manage the money. Now, following this, I would invest the remaining money, which could generate more in the long term. So he could invest some money. Yeah. All right. And after this, all that is left is for me to execute this plan. Okay. So the plan has been detailed out clearly here. Okay. So it shows that your friend here has answered all the three questions required in the question given. Yeah. Okay. So automatically 5. Yeah. Content is 5. Okay. Clearly, this would all just be a dream for now. Okay. But I believe with hard work and perseverance, it wouldn't be impossible to experience this in the future. In my opinion, a millionaire doesn't have to be someone bathing in luxury. One who is rich with love and kindness will be able to fit the definition too. Okay. All right. So for communicative achievement, all right, it's the tone is so appropriate, okay, and it draws the reader's attention. And he also uses the convention of writing a story here. Okay, all right, with the introduction, the ending, and then giving examples in the middle. All right, and the way he writes is very interesting. Okay, so CA can also be 5. Yeah, 5, 5. Organization. Okay, do you think it's organized? Yeah, it is organized. So you can clearly see, the ideas are divided in paragraphs. Okay, so here what he wants to do. Okay, this paragraph, the reasons. The next paragraph, the plan. Okay, and the final paragraph, the conclusion. Okay, so organization is good. When you look at organization, also you have to look at the conjunctions. Okay, so the sophisticated conjunctions here. Okay, hang on, yeah. Okay, you have well, and let's see. In addition, while. Okay. Okay. Can't see. This one not really, yeah. Okay, this part. Okay, certainly. Okay, can use the word certainly. Following this, which is good. After this, okay, clearly. All right. In my opinion, okay. All right, but there is one which has no conjunction, yeah, at all. Okay. So most probably organization is 4. Okay, organization is 4. Okay, language. Okay, language. Okay, our lives consist. Okay, our lives consist no as special aspects that make us unique. But if there is one similarity, is, yeah. So you write in present tense. Then because I see that the main tense is present here. Okay, so everything should be in present tense. Okay, and it's a story. It's not something that which has happened, something that will happen. Yeah. So there is one similarity. Okay. All right, but the words used are good. You know, life with heavy pockets. That means a lot of money. Okay, no worries. That's good. Okay. All right. If there is a lucky day that lands me. Okay, that's good. All right. Revolves around. Okay. Smiles plastered on the faces. Good. Yeah. Essential. Very good word. Okay. Generate. Execute this plan. Yeah. But some errors. I can notice some errors in the language. Yeah. All right. So this is a 4 actually. Language is 4. Yeah. But you have good phrases here like bathing in luxury. Okay. Right. So it depends on your teacher. If your teacher wants to give a 5, it's also okay. To me, it's like either 4 or 5. Okay. Some errors in tense, but very good vocab. Yeah. All right. And so this is how you're supposed to write actually. Yeah. It's a good one. Okay. So I think we have covered basically the what do you call that? The writing part. Okay, hang on, yeah. Okay, so let me show you speaking, yeah. All right, speaking. Let's move on to speaking. How much time do we have, yeah, for speaking? I think about half an hour, yeah, for speaking. Right, so let me present my screen again. Okay. All right, hang on, yeah. Speaking. Okay. All right. So, okay, that's good. It's already, in view, yeah. Right. Okay, let me maximize this. All right. So, just now we talked about writing. Okay, so now let's move on to paper 3. Yeah, paper 3 is speaking. Okay, paper 3 is speaking. Right. So basically, there are 3 parts of speaking. Yeah. All right. So part 1 is interview. Okay, part 2 is the individual long turn based on text. And part 3 is the discussion based on mind map or stimulus. Okay, all right. And there is one task which is called further discussion task. Okay, in part 3. Okay, so basically from part 1 to part 3, you are given about 13 minutes. Okay, you are given about 13 minutes. Don't worry. Okay, so that's why right from now you have to try to speak in English at home, okay, with your friends or maybe to yourself. You look at the mirror and you look into the mirror and talk to yourself, yeah, for a few minutes. It's okay, okay. You need to practice because this is also 25%, yeah. Okay, now the SPM speaking test overview. All right. The speaking test is taken by all Form 5 students and constitutes 25% of their overall candidate grade. Yeah. Okay. The other papers like reading and use of English, listening and writing also being worth 25% each. Okay. Right. Now, the SPM speaking test is paired format. It's in pairs. Okay. You have to sit for it in pairs. Okay. Like for example, which is not for example, yeah, which is 2 candidates take the test together. Okay, so it will be determined by your teachers. All right, it will be determined by your teachers. Okay, now there are 2 examiners, yeah, present during the test. Okay, the interlocutor and the assessor. All right, who mark the test in situ. In situ, that means there, yeah. Okay, the speaking test has 3 sections, all aimed at the A2 to C1 CEFR range. Okay, with a variety of tasks. Okay, to elicit different types. Okay, never mind. You ignore that part. Yeah, maybe you don't understand. Okay, but most importantly, you need to understand this one. Okay, how do we assess you? How do we give you marks? All right. So these are the criteria. Okay. Now, the first one, we call it analytical criteria. So your marks are given by the assessor. Okay. Who is the assessor? Assessor is a teacher from other schools. Okay. From another school, not your own teacher. Okay. So your grammar, 6 marks. Your vocab, 6 marks. Communicative competence, 6 marks. Okay. Communicative competence here means the way you speak. Is it natural? Is it do you have turn takings? Okay, it's not like you are conquering the whole thing. No, all right. And the way you speak. Okay, so this is 6. So 6, 6, 6 altogether 18 marks. All right, given by the assessor. All right. Another criterion is the global criteria, we call it. Okay, so this is the overall spoken performance, which is given by the interlocutor. All right. Who is the interlocutor? That's your own teacher. Okay, that's your own teacher. So the teacher will be asking you questions. All right. But unfortunately, there are only 6 marks given by your teacher here. Okay. So more marks are given by the assessor. Now, your teacher will be looking at whether you understand the task or not. Whether you understand or not the question. Okay. All right. How do you handle the topics? Okay. Do you know about the topic or not? All right. And then the length. How long do you speak? The length of your utterances. That means how long or how short do you speak? All right. All right. Is it like, your teacher asked the question, yeah, the interlocutor asked the question, and you just answer yes, no, I don't know, not sure. All right. So you have to, in that case, you cannot get good marks. All right. And they will look at how you maintain or develop interaction. Yeah. And then they will also look at how much they have to ask you or to help you. Like, for example, your teacher asks a question. Okay, how do you come to school this morning? Bus. Or you don't even say anything. So the teacher has to say again, ask again, okay, how do you come to school this morning? Okay, and then she waits and you are still quiet, Okay, so she has to prompt. We use the word prompt. Okay, she has to ask again and again, yeah, to get the information. All right, so this is basically how we are going to give you marks, okay, to assess you, yeah. All right. Okay, now some tips for speaking, yeah. All right, on that day itself, you have to be punctual. Okay, when you enter the room, be punctual, greet the teachers and smile. Okay, please give a good first impression. Okay. All right, pay attention to your body language. That means the way you sit, the way you smile, the way you put your hands on the table or, on your lap. Okay. And then listen to the questions carefully and answer. Okay, for part 1. All right. For part 2, For part 2, you are given the stimulus. Stimulus is like a piece of paper. You have the questions there. All right, pictures, sometimes only words. Okay, so you will read the stimulus given and think of what you can answer. Okay, the key points. Yeah. All right. And then when you speak, do not try to impress. Okay, by using big words like words which are not familiar to you yourself. Okay, so just speak naturally. All right, casually. Yeah, using words which are easy for you. Okay, and then use a range of grammatical structures. Yeah, I mentioned what simple, compound, complex. Okay. And don't worry about your accent. We are not expecting you to talk like a British or to talk like an American. No, don't worry about that. As long as you speak in English, it's okay. Yeah? And then when the interlocutor asks you questions, pause to think. You take a while to think, then only you speak. Yeah? And avoid using fillers like okay. All right, we don't want that. Yeah, please. Okay. All right, so do not use that. Okay, it shows that you don't know what you want to say. Okay. All right, and then extend or elaborate your answers. Okay, try to make your answers longer. Okay. And practice turn takings for part 3, where you have to talk to your friend, okay, in pairs. All right, you have to practice turn takings. Turn takings here means I think the idea is great. Well, what do you think? Okay, and then your friend will talk, and then your friend will give you the chance to talk, and then you give your friends the chance to talk again. So you take turns. Yeah. Do not monopolize the conversation. Okay. All right. So maintain interactions. Yeah. By using words like, what do you think? Well, I agree with you, or I disagree with you. Okay. All right. Okay. These are some of the useful phrases. Okay. So if you want to say agree, that you agree, I think so too. I think the same as well. Okay. This is in part 3. Yeah. Exactly. I totally agree with you. What is your opinion about what? You are right. Yeah. But I would like to add that. Okay. So some of these phrases you can memorize. Yeah, you can memorize. All right. Okay. If you are asked to give your opinion, you can say, okay, first of all, I think blah, blah, blah. Or you can say, I would like to start by giving my opinion on what? Or to start with, okay, what is it? Okay. And then other than using in my opinion all the time, you can also say, in my point of view, I think, okay, online shopping is good. Okay. All right. So use some of these phrases, yeah, when you talk. Okay, and you can also use some connectors and modifiers, all right? Like words like frankly speaking, apparently, obviously, of course. Okay. So I think you can practice this with your teachers, all right? Practice this with your teachers, okay? And then when you want to give examples, okay, you say, for example, for instance, what? Okay. All right. So these are some of the things that you need to know. Yeah. All right. Okay. I would like to show you the samples. Okay. For part one, yeah, example questions. Firstly, when you enter, okay, the main questions will be, what's your name? Okay, and then you have to answer. Okay, where do you live or where do you come from? How do you come to school? Okay. And then that's the first phase. Phase two, the teacher will ask, now I'm going to ask you about your daily routine. Okay, so you just get ready. Okay, what is your daily routine? What do you do every day? Yeah. Okay, what do you normally do after you wake up? Okay. What do you usually do after coming back from school? Okay, how do you spend your leisure time? What do you do on weekends? Okay, questions like that. Yeah. So these are just warm-up questions. Part one is very easy. Warm-up questions. All right. Okay. As for part two, this also is individual. Okay, so your teacher, the interlocutor, will ask you this, yeah, to you alone. You do not talk to your friend, yeah. Your friend will just listen. Okay, she will give you this question: a family celebration. Talk about a family celebration you had recently. Okay, you should say what the event was, what you did there, did you enjoy yourself, why family celebrations are important in Malaysia. Okay, so for this one, okay, you have 1 minute. Okay, 1 to 2 minutes, yeah, to look at it. All right. So when you look at it, and then you will try to answer, okay, the questions, yeah, and to arrange the points. What is it that you want to talk about? Okay. Again, do not panic. Look at the question. What the event was. So you say, oh, it was a birthday party. All right. So what you did there? What did you do? Okay, during that. In that event. Okay, maybe well, it's a birthday party of your mother. So what do you do? Okay, your job is to prepare for the cake. Okay, did you enjoy yourself? Oh yes. Why? All right, because you can see all your uncles, your aunties, your cousins, everybody you love are there, for example. Okay, and then you have to give reasons why family celebrations are important. Okay, so maybe you can say it's important because that is the time when everybody comes together. Okay, all right, because everybody is always busy, yeah, otherwise. All right, so that's part two. Okay. Now, as for part three, okay, so you will have something like this. Okay, remember, part three is something that you have to discuss with your partner. So here you get to look at it together and decide who is going to take which point. For example, why do people shop online? So you want to talk about time saving. So your friend will talk about better prices, and then you talk about convenient. Your friend will talk about wide variety, and then you talk about follow the trend, and your friend will talk about no crowds. Okay, so you divide the task. Okay, and then you can start talking. Yeah. after that. Again, you are given 1 or 2 minutes to prepare, yeah, for this before they start asking questions, right? Okay, let's have a look at a sample here given by Lembaga Pemeriksaannya. Okay, using the full format here, right? Okay.
Good morning. I'm Puan Sarina, and this is my colleague, Puan Nur Eliza. She'll just listen to us. First of all, we'd like to know something about you. What's your name?
My name is Aminah Nur Khadijah Putri Haizan. You can call me Aminah.
Thank you. And what's your name?
My name is Alia Kila, but you can call me Alia.
Thank you. Aminah, where do you live?
I live in Section 9 Bandar Perukani.
Alia, how do you come to school?
I walk to school every morning.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to ask you about your daily routine. Aminah, what do you normally do after you wake up?
Every morning, I wake up and get ready for school. I will take a bath and iron my uniform, and then I will wait for my bus.
Alia, what do you usually do after coming back from school?
I usually get ready and have lunch and then do my chores.
Aminah, how do you spend your leisure time?
There are several activities I do. Sometimes I spend it by watching TV with my family, or I do my homework, or I will spend it watching YouTube videos on my phone.
Alia, what do you do on weekends?
I usually spend my time dividing myself between doing chores and also doing my homework, finishing up.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it on your own for about a minute. You also need to answer a question briefly about your partner's topic. Aminah, it's your turn first. Here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a family celebration you had recently. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right, you may start now.
The family celebration I just had recently was actually Eid Mubarak, which was last May. What I did there was we cooked nasi dagang with the whole family. We talked together, and we also took some pictures. I did enjoy myself there because I love being with my family. And for me, family celebrations are important in Malaysia because family bonds are everything after all. And I think that family need to get to know each other better and get used to each other.
Thank you. Alia, what was the last celebration you had? Did you have a good time? Why?
The last time I had a celebration was actually my birthday. Me and my family had dinner at one of my favorite restaurants, and I enjoyed myself because I was able to indulge myself in small chats with my family.
Thank you. Aminah, can I have the booklet, please? Now, Alia, here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a person you admire. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right, you may start now.
The person I admire is my mother. I think that she is a very responsible and a very hardworking person, and I find that I can rely myself on her a lot because she knows a lot of things about topics.
And I also think it is important for people to have a good role model in order for people to learn and to have better character and better growth for themselves to expand into their life.
Thank you. Amina, who do you admire?
The person I admire is actually Kim Namjoon, or also known as RM from the group BTS. I admire him because he has a really good sense of leadership, and I love how caring he is for when he took taking care of his members, and that inspired me a lot.
Thank you. Alia, can I have the booklet, please? Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. Here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, we have some time to look at the task.
I'll go first with this one. I'll go first with this one.
Now, talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online.
Okay, I will go first. So the first reason why people shop online is because it is a time saver. You don't have to go outside and go to shops or malls. You can just easily sit at your home and pull out your phones. And it's really just at the tip of your finger.
Besides that, no crowds is also a big factor in why people shop online. People tend to like to go hassle-free without having to bump into other people, and maybe even lessen the amount of time you have to wait for the product.
Yes, I agree with that. Other points I can say is items on online are at better prices. So I think people are attracted to things that are at reasonable price.
And other than that, actually, also because online shopping has a wide variety of items, so people can access themselves to different types of things that they want specifically.
Another point I'd like to add is it is very convenient because, as I said before, you have to dress up and go out to malls. You just have to stay at your home and pull out your phones and you just shop anything you want.
And lastly, online shopping really helps follow the trend because the website is able to recommend items that are in season.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online.
In my opinion, the reason why people shop online because it is time saving, because it is actually important for people who have works in their daily life, and if they're busy, they don't have to go outside to buy their things, the things they want. So it is very time saving for them to just shop on their phones.
What do you think about convenience, though? I think convenience does play a big impact on people shopping, because with shopping online, you don't have to even step outside of your house.
Yes, I actually do agree to that.
So I think we both agree that people shop online mainly because of its convenience.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? In what ways does advertising on social media influence people buying behavior?
In my opinion, I think a lot of people find social media as a platform to shop online because platforms like Instagram and Twitter, they often showcase big names like celebrities like Kylie Jenner and everything. And when Kylie...
Okay, if you notice, okay, the two of them have finished all the 3 tasks, okay? But the examiner asked another question. That is what I mean by extended question. Okay, extended question, an extra question which is related to the topic, which is online buying, at that time. Okay, all right, let's see how they do.
Jenner buys a specific product, it helps prompt her audience to be interested in it.
Yes, I do agree with Anya, but I would add another point. Nowadays, there are a method of advertising called sponsoring. It's where brands such as makeup brand Maybelline, where they sponsored celebrities or endorsers or influencers, and therefore it can attract their fans and audiences to buy the product that they sponsored.
Thank you, Amina and Alia. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So after watching this, how do you feel? Okay, do you think you can speak like that? Yeah, all right. Okay, so basically, I think, yeah, you can. I mean, it's not impossible, all right? And for your information, Amina scored, okay, remember the full mark is 6666, all right? So Amina just now, she got 5656, all right? So she did not score full on grammar and also the communicative competence, okay, 5656, whereas Alia scored 5666, almost perfect, yeah? All right, only some grammatical errors there, yeah? So that's 5. The rest are all 6. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get back to this one. Yeah. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. Back to our slides. Wait. Okay. Actually, there are quite a number of what do you call that? Examples, okay, on speaking, that you can find in on the net, all right. But you have to look for the ones by lembaga peperiksaan, okay, lembaga peperiksaan, okay. All right, so just like that one. And actually there are samples of very weak ones, okay, and there are samples of average. The one that I showed you is a sample of a good speaking video, yeah. And basically for when it comes to speaking, first you have to show that you are confident enough. Okay, you have to show that you are confident enough, all right? Otherwise, it will show that, oh my God, this candidate is not confident at all, okay, and she doesn't know how to answer at all, yeah, all right? So that is the impression that we get, yeah? So try to show the image, okay, or project the image that you are confident when you talk, yeah? Okay, so actually I prepared another video which is a very bad one, an example of not so good, yeah, speaking, what do you call that, the output, all right? But I think we don't have time because we need to cover 2 more papers, okay, which are the reading part and use of English as well as listening. Okay, so I think maybe later on you can just discover it with your own teachers, yeah? Okay, all right, so let's move on to the 3rd paper, okay, which is paper 1 itself, right? Okay, so this is reading and use of English, okay, reading and use of English, right? This is paper 1. It consists of 5 parts, okay? So altogether there are 40 questions and you have 1 hour and 30 minutes, okay? 1 hour and 30 minutes, okay? 40 questions here and 5 parts, all right? So you have 8 questions for part 1, 10 questions part 2, 8 questions part 3, 6 questions part 4, and 8 questions part 5, okay? All right, now move on to the first one. Okay, so the first part is MCQ. Okay, MCQ, yeah, multiple choice questions. Basically, all the 4 parts are MCQ, multiple choice questions, which makes it kind of not so scary because worst come to us, you can still, pick one answer from the A, B, C or A, B, C, D. Okay, so it's not that scary. But part 5 is subjective. Okay, part 5 you have to write down the answer. Okay, all right, let's look at part 1, yeah. Okay, so you can have short text, okay, like this one. This is a dialogue, all right, this is a dialogue, all right. Okay, which of the following statements is true? So what do you do is you have to look for the clue in the questions here, in the stimulus, in the text here. Okay, all right, because the answer is Julie and Nick are both affected by the traffic. How do you know? You know because it says here traffic is terrible. Okay, traffic is terrible. Okay, I know I only got here 5 minutes ago. So meaning to say both of them are stuck in traffic. So for this kind of questions, all right, the clues are all in the question here, okay, in the text given. Yeah. So this is in a form of a dialogue. All right. Okay, let's look at another example. All right, so what is this? This is an advertisement. Okay, if you read here, tea is a work of art and requires a master to draw out its best qualities, says Okakura in his famous book of tea. Okay, we at the Good Morning Tea Company follow the same tradition, allowing tea drinkers to appreciate the art of tea in its purest form. Okay, all right. And then with characteristics of the finest Highland teas, our latest tea has been perfected. The latest tea has been made perfect. Yeah. Okay. So what is the purpose of the advertisement? Okay. All right. So actually is to introduce a new tea product. How do you know? Because it's stated here. Okay, our latest tea has been perfected. It shows that that's the new tea product. Okay, all right. Okay, right. It's not to tell consumers how to identify good tea. No, it's not. Yeah, to improve the sales of tea from the highlands. Not really, but rather to introduce a new tea product. Yeah. Okay. So that's the second type, advertisement. Right. Next we have job advertisement. This is a job advertisement. Okay, urgently required accounts assistant. And you can have the qualifications, experience, age group, skills. Okay. All right. And again, you have to look for the clues here. All right. And read the sentence. An applicant who is interested in applying for the post should what? Okay. And the answer here is have at least 1 year of experience in accounts. How do you know that? Okay, look at the arrow there. It says here 1 to 2 years in accounts. Yeah. So that's the experience required, that you must have experience. Okay. All right. Well, that's why these days I notice some students, graduates, okay, they couldn't get jobs because they say every job they go to, people will be asking for experience. And how do they get experience if they haven't started working? Yeah, right. So I feel that, well, it's quite right also. How can you ask for experience, okay, when the students have just come out of universities? Yeah. Okay. But well, that happens these days. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. All right. So you can see tables. Okay. So in part 1, they can also show you a table like this, and you have to give your answer. And you have to look at the question also, right? Sometimes they want something which is true, something which is not true. Okay, make sure you answer the correct one. Yeah, and again, look for the clues. Look for the clues here in the answer. Yeah, okay, because the answer says the number of students with 8 A's has significantly increased over the past 2 years. Okay, significantly increased here means, okay, like from 24 now, okay, it has become 36. Okay, so a lot of increase there, for example. Yeah, okay, so you can try to see it that way, okay, when you try to find the right answer. Okay, now another example is it's a notice. They can ask you questions on this. Yeah, they give you a notice and they ask, okay, which of the following is true about the notice? Okay, and then they can also give you something like this. It's a voucher. Okay, it's a voucher. So which of the following is true? Again, about the voucher. So you have to find the clue, yeah, to the answers. All right. Okay. So basically that's part one. Okay. The short text, yeah. Okay. Now, the tips to answer part one. Okay, read the question and look for the keyword in the question. Okay, look for the clues that give the hint to the answers. Read all of 4 options and eliminate wrong answers. Okay, now if you find any options are definitely wrong, that is not right totally, yeah, so you just eliminate, take it out. That means, for example, C is totally wrong, so you don't look at C anymore. You look at A, B, and D. Okay, so use that strategy. Okay, you can use that strategy. Okay, now select the best answers. Sometimes answers are close. Right. So when answers are very close, you have to make an educated guess. Not just like you take your pen, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Okay. So make an educated guess here. You look for the clues and try to match to the clues. Okay. Try very hard to match to the clues and make an educated guess. That's why we call it educated. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is part 2. Again, part 2 is MCQ, multiple choice questions. All right. So you have the options A, B, C, or D. Okay. It looks like this. Okay, it looks like this. All right. So basically, what do? Okay, you have to read the text here. Okay, it's about the pangolin. Okay, the pangolin. Yeah. All right. So if you can see, there is only one word. Okay, which is required for each blank. Okay, one word which is required for each blank. Yeah. And I'm sure you have done this when you are in Form 3 also. Okay, and Form 4. Yeah, exercise on close. Yeah, close text. Okay, what kind of questions can they ask? All right, they can ask you questions on grammar. Okay, like the first one, in, of, at, from. Okay, so here you can say maybe prepositions. Okay, and then we have if, despite, since, although. Conjunctions. Okay, all right. And then fact, news, reason, information. Okay, for this kind of question, it requires the best answer, yeah, from the words given. So this is word choice. Okay, word choice. All right. Just like tell, suggest, advise, propose. Okay. The meaning is almost the same, but well, you will know which one. Okay, you will know which one when you read the question. Okay, which one is best to be put in that blank. Yeah. All right. The same goes to care factor, symptom, prevention. Yeah. All right. So these are some of the questions that they might ask. Okay, that they might ask. Okay. Now, and sometimes, especially for the words, yeah, how do you know which word fits the best? Like for example, number 17. Yeah, risk, threat, danger, problem. Okay, if you read number 17, yeah. Okay, when the pangolin senses what? It curls itself up into a ball. Okay. When the pangolin senses what? Okay, it curls itself up into a ball. Okay, look at the options. Is it risk? Is it threat? Is it danger? Or is it problem? Okay, so the best answer would be danger. When pangolin senses danger, what did he do? He curls, okay, up into a ball. Okay, right. So how do you know? Sometimes, danger is the right word. Okay, one, you can look at the logic. You can look at the logic. Yeah, all right. And another way of knowing is through reading. That's why, teachers, I think all teachers, I'm sure your teachers too, ask you guys to read a lot. Okay, doesn't matter. It could be offline, it could be online, but please read a lot of English materials, of course. Okay, not nonsense materials. Okay, English stuff. So when you read, the more input you get. Okay, the more input you get, and when you want to write something, okay, especially in your essays, okay, the structures, the words will come out naturally. Okay, so that's the output. If there is no input, how can there be output? That's my theory. Okay, all right. You don't read, you never read, you don't like to read. Okay, you don't get all these words, you do not have all these structures in your head. Okay, so when it comes for you to write, to find the right word to use, okay, it will be very, very difficult. Okay, if your friend here likes to read, so when he writes, okay, the structures will come automatically to her, and he will know, no, she will know, okay, all right, she will know the right words that need to be used. Okay. All right, so moral value is, please, yeah, please start reading. Okay, if you have started reading, then congratulations, keep it up. Yeah, and that is why also we have this Nilam project whatsoever. Okay, so we just want you to read. Okay, I know some of you hate reading, but well, you can learn a lot, yeah, from reading, and sometimes things that you do not realize you know. Okay, so it all comes through reading. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, tips to answer part 2. Okay, closed text questions. All right. So the first one, it tests you on vocabulary or grammar. Okay. Number 2, read the passage given carefully and get the main idea and see the tense used. Okay. Like for example, this text. Okay, what is it about? It's talking about the pangolin. Okay, it's talking about the pangolin. All right. And okay, what tense does it use? Okay, what tense? Yeah. All right. So you can see here, is. Okay, it is, in fact. It is sometimes. Okay. It is the world's. All right. Some, no, hang on. What else? Comes. Okay. Skills are taught. All right. There is. Yeah. There are. So everything is in present tense. So chances are all the things here must be written in present tense. Okay. All right. If you have questions on tense, then you have to use present. Okay, next. Number 3, look out for clues that may help you identify the answers by looking at the context of the blank. That is, the words that come before and after the blank. Okay. So, when you have something like this, then you can guess, okay, what word would it be? Okay, by looking at the words before and after the blank. Like for example, generally the scales on their skin, 20% of the pangolin's body weight. Okay, number 13. Okay, number 13. All right, consists of, result in, contribute to, make up. Okay, so you can see 20%. So normally when you have percentage here, we use the words, okay, the phrase make up. Okay, not makeup. You put on powder, you put on foundation or mascara, whatever. No, makeup here means 20% of pangolin's body weight are actually what? The scales on their skin. Okay. So the scales are very heavy. 20% of the body weight, are the scales. Okay. So you can look at the context before. We're talking about scales. We're talking about 20%. Okay. So the right word is make up. Make up. Yeah. Okay. That's the best word, right? Okay. Next point. Number 4. cancel off the options that you consider as definitely wrong. Okay, this is the same as in the first part. You cancel, okay, the options which are not right. Okay, elimination process we call it. Elimination process, yeah. Okay, and focus on the options which are most likely correct. Okay, all right. Number 5, choose the most suitable word to fill in the blanks in the passage among the 4 options. Okay, based on your understanding in grammar. Yeah. Okay, so you have to choose the most suitable word. All right, based on your understanding in grammar, or also, the moment you come across that. Yeah. Okay. So basically, these are some of the tips, yeah, for you to answer closed text questions. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Some more now tips to answer. Yeah. Okay. You can also look at words like do, does, did, and to. Okay. When you see these words, okay, they are always followed by root words. Okay, like he did not see the book. You do not say, even though it's past tense, yeah, he did not saw the book. That is wrong. Okay, so you have to use root words after do, does, did. Yeah. Okay. The same goes after model. Okay, model verbs. All right. So what are models? Okay, models are words like will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, ought to. Yeah. Okay, must. Okay, must. That's another one. Yeah. All right. They are also followed by root words. Okay, root words. Yeah. Okay. So example, she will meet me tomorrow. You don't say she will meeting me or she will met me. She will meets me. No. Okay. So after will, meet. Root word. Root word means you cannot put s, you cannot put ing, you cannot put ed, en whatsoever. So it has to be the root word, yeah, the main word, okay, the base word. Okay. All right. The same goes to this one. Roslan might come to the party. Okay, might, after might, root word. Even though it's past tense, so you don't say might came or might coming. Yeah. All right. Okay, unless you have be in the middle, like she will be meeting me. That one is different. Yeah. Okay, number 3, words like before, while, when, or after. Okay, normally followed by present participle. Okay, which is a verb plus ing. Okay, when you see these words, okay, especially these 4 words, all right, okay, your what do you call that? Your verb, okay, your verb, all right, you can have ing. Most of the time, it is followed by ing. Like for example, before. Okay, before what? Before sleeping, I brush my teeth. Okay. I hurt my leg while running, after the word while. Okay. For example, after waking up, I pray my subuh prayer. I perform my subuh prayer. Okay. After waking up. All right. So you don't say after wake up. No, after waking up. Okay, all right. Before going to school, okay, before going to school, what do you do? I study. Oh, study, before going to school. Okay, all right. I think you can do it now because it's what do you call that? You are staying at home, and it's still PDPR. Yeah. Before entering my class, okay, I will make sure that my computer is fully charged. For example, okay. So after, when you find words like this, you have to put ing, yeah, after these words. Okay, some grammar, yeah. Okay, and then subject verb agreement. Okay, here subject verb agreement is only used if you write in present tense. Okay, if the text is in present tense. Okay, if it's in past tense, no worries. Okay, you don't have to worry about subject verb agreement. Okay, like for example here it says, okay, singular subject takes singular verb. Okay, S-E-S-I-E-S, yeah, to the verb. Okay, like the boy. How many boys? One. Okay, one boy. So goes home. Okay, the girl. Okay, has or have. Okay, one girl. So has gone home. Yeah. So this is what we call subject verb agreement. Okay. Now, what if we have plural? Plural subject. Okay, like they. Okay, or we. Yeah. And I and you are also considered plural. Okay. So you can say they go home. No S. Yeah. If verb is singular, then you have S. If the verb is plural, you don't have S. Okay. So they have gone home. They go home. Yeah. All right. But for I is different. Yeah. I is different. Okay. Sorry, this one is you, not I. Okay, I am if it's present tense. Okay, I was if it's in past tense. Okay. All right. So here is you only. You only. Okay. What I mean to say, you can be plural, can be singular. Like for example, I'm talking to one person. You are my friend, one person. Okay, I'm talking to you, one, yeah, but I'm talking to all of you. So you can also be plural, yeah. But whatever it is, you have to use are. Okay, go or do. Okay, you go, you do, you see. All right, you don't say you goes, you has. Okay, yeah, all right. And then I also, you don't say I loves you. I is singular, but you say I loves you. No, okay, because you say, oh, singular subject, so must put S. All right, I is singular, but you have to consider it as plural. Okay, so that's why you say I love you. You don't say I loves you. Okay, rejected straight away. You say that. Okay, so you have to use this, rules of grammar. Okay, right. Okay, now part 3. Okay, part 3 is a longer text. Okay, it's a longer text. All right. Again, it's multiple choice. All right, it's multiple choice. Right. Okay, so here you can see there are paragraphs. There are paragraphs. Okay. All right. So here it doesn't writes the paragraph number, but I don't know, maybe during the exam they will write the paragraph number. Okay, hopefully they do. Yeah. All right. So when you have a text like this, okay, you try to read the whole thing and then try to understand what is it about first before answering. Okay. All right. So the questions, you don't have to worry because it states, like for example, question 19 in paragraph 2. Why does the writer use the phrase happily watching her in action? Okay, you know that the answer will be in paragraph 2. So what do? So you read paragraph 2 again and see where is the answer, okay, located. All right. Okay, and then you read again. Question 20. In paragraph 3, what does the writer say about her mother's character? So you go to paragraph 3 and read again. See what is it about the mother's character? Okay, right. So for this part of questions, you don't have to worry because the paragraphs are given. Okay. Now, for the first 4 questions, well, this is the format given by Lembaga. All right. So I'm not so sure whether they will give exactly the same or slightly different. But whatever it is, it will be like this. It will be like this. Yeah. Okay. And for number 23, 24, 25. Okay. So here, more general questions are asked. Yeah. Okay. What effect did moving to the new apartments have? So you have to look for the answer. Okay. All right. It doesn't state which paragraph. Okay, why had preparing meals become more pleasurable for mom? Okay, and how does the writer feel about her parents? Okay, here is stated in the last paragraph. So you go to the last paragraph and find the answer. Okay, from here you will know how the writer feels. Yeah. Okay. So that's a longer text. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now tips. Yeah, to answer. Okay. Now, all right. You can either read the question first, or you can either read the text first. It depends on you. Okay. Some people, they prefer to read the question first. Okay. All right. But some others, they prefer to read the whole idea first, to look at the whole idea of what the text is about first. Okay. All right. Now, if you are the person who prefers to look at the questions first, okay, by all means, yeah, do it. And identify the keywords in the question. Okay, what does the question want? Like, for example, in paragraph 2, why does the writer use the phrase happily watching her in action? What is what is she happy about? For example, okay. So you look for the keywords happy, yeah, right, and then you find the answer, okay, and then you match the question with the paragraph. Okay, this is what I said just now. Paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Okay, just find the answer in the correct paragraph. Yeah. Okay. And then locate similar keywords in the paragraph. Okay. Sometimes you see the word happy. Okay. So you can find, words which show happiness in the same paragraph. Okay. All right. The answer is normally in the same sentence, next to it, or right before it. Okay. So the answer will be in the same sentence, or maybe after that sentence, or right before that sentence. Okay. So you can find the keywords there. And sometimes, they do not mention the word happy. Okay. All right. Now, that brings us to the fourth point. The keywords in the question is usually mentioned in the paragraph, either using the same word, like the word happy, or with different grammatical structure. That means the structure is different. Okay, meaning is the same. Okay, all right. Or synonymous. Okay, synonymous word. Okay, which means that the same word which means happiness or happy. Okay, maybe excited, maybe joy. Okay, all right. So something which shows the same thing, right? So you have to look at the clues. Yeah. All right. Okay. Another one, do not leave any question unanswered. When you answer questions, especially MCQ, multiple choice, do not leave any question unanswered or unattempted. Okay, it's such a waste, Okay, so you have to try to answer. Okay, whatever it is. After all, you have choices. Okay. Now, right. The last bullet. The answer is normally in the same sentence with the keyword found in the paragraph. Yeah, normally, yeah, in the same sentence. But sometimes it can be before or after. Yeah. Okay. So I hope part 3 is okay. Now, let's move on to part 4, gap text. Now, I think this one is quite difficult for you, as it is also difficult for my students. Okay. All right. So anyway, you have some tips on how to answer these kind of questions. Yeah. All right. So you will get something like this, a text. Okay, a text like this. For example, this one is on a camp for future leaders. Okay, it's talking about prefect going to a camp. All right, and what they have learned from the camp, and what are the activities that they have done or learned, and in the end, what happened to them? Yeah, after they, completed the, training in that camp. Okay, so this is a leadership camp. Yeah, we call it, right? And you can see questions like this. Yeah, there is a blank here. Okay, a gap. 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 and 32. Okay, so there are 6 gaps. Okay, now the gaps, all right, are actually sentences. Okay, so meaning to say, number 27 is actually one sentence. 28, another sentence is missing. 29, also another sentence. Okay. Unlike in part, what was that? Part 2, just now. The pangolin, only one word is required. Okay. But here, the whole sentence is required. Yeah. Okay. Now, the options are like this. Okay, so you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. There are 8 options for you to choose from. Okay, there are 8 options for you to choose from. Okay, but there are only 6 here. Okay, there are only 6 here. Right? Okay, so meaning to say there are 2 sentences which we will not be using. 2 sentences that we will not be using. All right. Okay, now how do we do this? Okay, how do we do this? Now, okay, actually there are tips on how to do this, yeah? Okay, I think we look at the tips and then we go back to the questions. All right. Okay, hang on, excuse me for a while. Okay, now, first, you have to skim the text to get the whole or the main idea of the text. Okay, do not start matching yet. Okay, you just skim the text here. You read. You read first. Okay, you read first. Okay, what is the text about? Like for example, just now, it was about a leadership camp. Yeah. All right. And then, number 2, look at the order or the sequence of ideas. Okay. So what idea comes first? What is it about? And then the next one, what is it about? And then the next one, what is it about? Yeah. Okay. And you can use, you can look at the conjunctions used, the sequence connectors, next, later, to sum up, finally. Okay. When you see words like finally, definitely it's towards the end, right? Or first, definitely it should come on top. Okay. Right. And look over the answer choices and try to match the easiest answers to their gaps first. Okay. The same as in the previous parts that we have discussed, okay, use the elimination process. Like for example, okay, for number 27, I'm sure, I am very sure, 100% that the answer is this one. Okay, so you put it as an answer. And so you are left with only 7 more sentences to choose from. Okay. All right, so that's what I mean, yeah? Okay, next. Okay, what do you do? Now, use reference words or pronouns around the gaps to help fill them in. Okay, next, you have to look for the clues. Can you see any pronouns? Okay, or any reference words, yeah? He, she, it, they, okay? Around the gaps. That means before the gaps or after the gaps. And you will know what sentence will be there. Okay. Now, an example of this, yeah? All right. I was caught cheating in exam. Okay. All right. The next sentence, okay, is a gap. This is a gap. Okay. What should it be? And then you can see cheating in exam, yeah? All right. So this is the thing. And in one option, one answer option, it says, but it was not a big problem. Okay, you can see the pronoun it here. Okay, and ask yourself, okay, what does it refer to? It refers to cheating in exam. What is it that was not a big problem? Cheating in exam is not a big problem. Okay, all right, so here what you're doing is you are making connection between the pronoun here and what it refers to. Okay, so I hope you can understand this, yeah? Right, let's look at another example. Okay, so like this one, you're talking about pronouns, yeah? We look for clues in pronouns. Another thing is we can look for clues in demonstrative adjectives. Okay, you'd have to worry about the name, yeah? Sounds so bombastic. Oh, demonstrative, what is that? Okay, so it actually refers to words like this, that, these, and those. Okay, and for your information, this is the plural for this. Okay, like when I say, this is my book, one book. When I have two books, I say, these are my books. Okay, and then when I say, hey, that's my car, one car only. Okay, that is my car. Yeah, that's my car. But when I say, those are my cars, so referring to more than one. Okay, I have many cars, for example. Okay, well, I have only one. Yeah, okay. Now, so here, okay, you have to look for these words before, after, or in the choice answer to fill in the gap. Okay, so here, for example, people who cheat in exams will face punishments. Okay, people who cheat in exams will face punishments. Okay, this is the sentence given. And then, ta-da, this is the gap. Okay, what should it be? Now, you have no idea what to put there. You read the next sentence. Okay, the next sentence says, and those are the severe ones. Okay, ask yourself, what are? Now, you see the word those here? So this is the clue to this answer. Okay, not to this one, but to this one. Those and those are the severe ones. Okay, what are the severe ones? All right, and you look at the answer options and you find this one. Okay, the kinds of punishments may include suspension or even expulsion from school. Suspension here means gantung, ya, gantung sekolah. Expulsion here means buang sekolah. Okay. So these are the kinds of punishments. All right. So, and these punishments are severe. Severe, that means very serious. Okay. Very serious. All right. Okay. So here what we do is we match, okay, those two, the kinds of punishments. So meaning to say this is the right one to be put here. Okay, this is the right sentence to be put here. All right. So the kinds of punishments may include suspension or even expulsion from school. And you continue with this sentence. And those are the severe ones. Okay. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. Now, if you look at the questions given, in the sample given by Lembaga Peperiksaan, okay, you can see here, okay, this knowledge, all right, okay, this knowledge, and then this approach, okay, this approach. So we should be wondering, okay, what knowledge is it? Okay, what knowledge is it? Okay, this approach, okay, what approach? What approach is it in the sentence before that? Okay, and then the clue, but okay, all right. So here there must be something which is different, which is contrastive, right? Contrast, yeah. When you have but here, okay, all right. So something which is what we don't know what, but the truth was, I occasionally get homesick. So he gets homesick. So here, it must be something which is positive, but he got homesick also. Okay. All right. And then again, you can see the demonstrative adjectives just now. This would be, what is this? Ask yourself that question. Yeah. Okay. And then a great way to good skills necessary. So what are they? Okay. So you can find all the answers here. Okay. You can find all the answers here actually. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is gap text. Yeah. Hopefully you are okay with that. All right. Now, okay, this is the last part, yeah, in the reading and use of English. Okay. All right. Okay, the last part is called matching and information transfer. Okay, for this one, you do not have the MCQ where you can happily hentam. Cannot. Yeah. Okay. So you have A, B, C, and D only in the first four parts. Okay. So for this one, you have to write something. Okay, all right. Like this one, you just have to write the paragraph. Okay, what paragraph is it? Which paragraph, A to F, describes the following experiences of community service? So you have the statement here. Okay, I did not enjoy the work initially. Okay, which paragraph says that? Okay, I organized my work by myself. Okay, which paragraph says that? Yeah, I sympathize with the unfortunate in my area. Okay, which paragraph says that? I get input to have a better understanding of the world. Okay, which paragraph says that? So you just have to write, for example, number 33, B. So you just write B. Okay, 34, C, write C. 35, F, write F. Yeah, okay. All right, so the question would be something like this. Yeah, they just give paragraphs here. Okay, about the same thing. And then you have to match. Yeah, that's why it's called matching. Okay, match the statements to the paragraph. Okay, all right, so this is the first part of part 5. Okay, the second part is when you transfer the information from the text given from here. So here you have to transfer normally 1 or 2 words only. Sorry. Okay, 1 to 2 words only. Yeah. Like for example here. Okay, complete the notes below using information from the text. Okay, choose no more than 1 word. So meaning to say, you can only use 1 word. Okay. So and that 1 word must be taken from the text. Okay. Not your own answer, not your own word. Yeah. Okay. So write down the word here. Only 1 word. Okay. Only 1 word. Which is the most suitable. Okay. So that 1 word can be found in the text given. Yeah. Okay. Now, the instruction can change. So they can say choose no more than 2 words or choose no more than 3 words. Okay. So maximum is 2 or 3. So you have to be watchful. Yeah. Be careful and read the instructions carefully. Okay. All right. Now, tips to answer part 5. Okay, check out the maximum number of words. Look at the question requirement. What does it want? If they want a name, just give a name. If they want a paragraph number or a letter, okay, just give that. Or book title, just the title. Yeah. Do not add extra information. Okay. And you have to make sure that the grammar, spelling, okay, capitalization, that means small letter or capital letter, all right, are correct. Yeah. And punctuation also. Okay. And so far, answers are not repeated. Okay. But I cannot guarantee this. Anything can happen, you know. Okay. All right. So basically, these are the tips, yeah, to answer part 5. All right. Okay, so we have covered 3 papers. Yeah, we have covered the 3 papers. Okay, all right. So there is only 1 more paper that we need to cover. Okay, what time is it? It's 11:05. Yeah. Okay. 20 minutes. Hopefully we can finish this. Okay, hang on. All right. So okay, this is the last paper. All right. Okay, this is 1119/4 listening. Okay, listening. Yeah, and it also has 4 parts. Okay, so listening is basically 40 minutes. Okay, 30 items, which carries 30 marks, and it's also 25% of the whole paper. Yeah, and so here you need to practice listening. But I think in our textbook, yeah, the Form 5 and the Form 4 textbooks, you have a lot of listening exercise. So you can do that with your teachers. Only yesterday I did listening with my Form 5. All right, we did unit 8, 9, and 10. It was like a marathon, you know, okay? All right, because our class is like 2 hours, 2 hours, yeah? Okay, so you can do that with your teachers. Okay, listening, because we do not see each other face to face yet. Yeah, all right. So we have to just do it online. Yeah, or you can try to Google for listening, scripts. But I don't think there are many yet. Yeah, on YouTube. Okay, so it's quite limited. All right. Okay, now let's look at the format for this listening. Okay, for the 40 minutes listening test, we have 4 parts, right? So part 1, 3 option MCQ. That means A, B, and C only. Okay, 3 options only. All right, there are 7 questions, separate monologues or dialogues. Okay, monologues is when that person is talking to himself only. Okay, dialogues means there are 2 speakers. Yeah. All right. Okay, part 2, it's also 3 option MCQ. Okay, so you have A, B, C, no D, and there are 8 questions. All right. For this one, you have one long, dialogue or an interview. Okay, which from which you have to find answers to all the 8 questions. Okay. Now, can you see the difference? Okay, for part 1, one question, one dialogue. One question. Question 1, one dialogue. Question 2, another dialogue. Question 3, a monologue, for example. Question 4, a monologue. So it's like that. Yeah. But for part 2, 8 questions must be answered, okay, based on this one long dialogue or interview. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now part 3. Okay, part 3 is the matching listening test. Okay, so again, 5 questions, 5 monologues. Okay, we'll look at the sample questions. Yeah, and part 4 is note completion. Okay, it's note completion. Fill in the blanks. All right, 1 word for each blank. Yeah. Okay, there are 10 questions for this one. All right. Okay, all right. Now let's look at part 1 first. Okay, part 1, we have questions 1 to 7. Like I said just now, yeah. Okay, the girl likes movies. Now, so the monologue, all right, is about a girl who likes a movie. So the answer will be here. Okay, and then for the second question, it's about a holiday. Okay, sorry, holiday is hobby. Hobby, yeah. Okay, turning a hobby into a job. All right. So you have to answer this question. Okay, the next one, it's on sports. The next monologue or dialogue will be on sports. Okay, so you have to answer this question. All right. And then, okay, for the next one, okay, what does the science teacher say is most important? So it's about something that the science teacher says. All right. So all the questions have different dialogues or monologues. Okay. And the recording, okay, the recording text will be repeated. So you can hear to the recording twice. Okay. And do not worry, because before they start with the recording, okay, before listening, you are given the questions and you get to look at the questions first. You are given some time to look at the questions first. So you can actually get some idea of what the question, the recording will be about. Right? So don't worry. Okay. So you have to read the questions first. Yeah. Okay, as for part 2, all right, so the whole thing will be for all the questions, okay? One long text, okay, one long dialogue, yeah, recording, okay, one whole recording for all the questions here, okay? All right, so that is the format, yeah, for part 2. So you have to be alert. Okay, the clues are, now, you have to look at the questions here. So who, when, why, okay, why, which, okay, why. So these are the WH questions. So you try to get ideas on all right, the answers to such questions. Okay, what is the most important aspect? Okay, so when you listen, you look for the answer. Okay, when did Roy decide to be a skateboarder? So when you listen, you will know. Okay, when did Roy decide, to be a skateboarder? Okay, why is Roy fond of the this thing? Okay, so find the answer when you listen to the text. All right. Okay. Move on to part 3. Okay, so part 3 here, if you read the questions, okay, again, they will give you this first and you read the questions, yeah? You will hear 5 short extracts in which teenagers are talking about shopping habits, okay? For questions 16 to 20, choose from the list A to G. Okay, what each speaker says. Yeah, use the letters only once, okay? Meaning to say, if you say speaker A is B, okay, is B. So speaker 4 cannot be B again, yeah? All right. Or G, speaker 1, the answer is G, you think. All right. So for speaker 2, the answer cannot be G again. All right. So please use the letters only once. All right. There are 2 extra letters which you do not need to use. Okay. Similar to gap text just now. Okay, here we have 5 speakers, but we have how many options? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 options to choose from. Okay, so there will be two what do you call that, lines which are not used. All right. Okay, and you will be given this and read the questions and the statements. Okay, and the speaker 1 recording will be played. Okay, so speaker 1 will talk about, say for example, the answer is B. Yeah, so maybe speaker 1 is talking about how buying online is cheaper because of this. So the moment you hear that, you know that, oh, okay, it is speaker B. Okay, speaker B talking here. Oh no, sorry, speaker 1 talking about B. Okay, all right, speaker 1 talking about B. All right, and then you listen to another one, speaker 2. What is speaker 2 talking about? So maybe, oh, okay, after listening, you know that speaker 2 is talking about be careful not to buy on impulse. Okay, now in the recording, it may not use the word impulse. Okay, all right, maybe it says here, oh, you have to think first before you buy, or you have to plan, okay, before you buy online. Okay, do not buy when you feel that, oh, the thing is very nice. Okay, so the word impulse is not there, but you know what it means. Yeah, so that's how you do it. Okay, so there will be 5 extracts, 5 recordings. Okay, 5 recordings. Yeah, and again, you will hear the recording twice. Okay, all right. And then as for part 4, okay, you will hear a student, Azlan, talking about his experience as an exchange student in Italy. Okay, for question 21 to 30, fill in the missing information in each numbered space. Okay, you can see the space here, and it says here, use no more than one word for each space. Okay, so in this case, only one word. Do not use more than one. Okay, right. So here, when you see, when you listen, yeah, okay, this one is a bit tough, a bit difficult for you, I think, all right, because the recording is not what you see in the question. So the recording will not start with, when Azlan applied for the exchange program, he was worried about what? The recording is not like that. Okay, the recording will be because it says here Azlan talking about his experience. So you can hear something like, well, I'm so glad I've been chosen as an exchange student in Italy. Okay, I feel that it is a great experience for me And when I arrived in Rome, what happened? You know, it's always I. So you have to really take note of what the story is about. Okay. But when you read the questions here, okay, you can tell, all right, whether, okay, what kind of information, yeah, what kind of information that you need to fill in, yeah, okay, in all the space given, all right. And the word is from the recording. Okay, the word can be found from the recording, yeah. All right. So that's part 4, yeah. So basically, for speaking, we have 4 parts, and that is the format of each part, yeah, the one that I've shown just now. Okay, so tips, yeah, read all the questions carefully first before listening. It will help you to prepare for what you're going to hear. Listen, not hear. When you listen, you look for the information. Okay, when you hear only, you don't care what is it that you hear. I hear a bird sing, that's it. But when you listen carefully for the points, yeah. Okay, listen to the second time of the recording to confirm your answer. Okay, don't listen and read at the same time. When you listen and you read, it will distract you. Okay, it will distract you. Okay, so read first, then only you listen, and then look for the information. Yeah, okay. And then, okay, for part 3, there will be 5 speakers who will voice out their hobbies or ideas. Choose from the A to G statements to the correct recordings. Okay, that the one is mentioned already. And make sure spelling or plurality, S or no S, is correct, yeah, for the last part. So when you write, make sure it's correct, yeah, with the S or no S. Sometimes it's such a pity, you know. You guys got the right answer, but your spelling is wrong. Okay, so we have no choice but to mark it wrong. Okay, and sometimes the word is supposed to have S, but you do not put S. Okay, it's such a pity. Yeah, you know the answers, and yet you cannot what do you call that? Get any marks for it. Yeah. Okay. So basically, these are some of the tips for listening. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure whether this is working. Yesterday I tried, it's working. Okay, let's try the sample, yeah, listening test. Okay, hopefully it's working. Okay. Oh God. Okay. All right. Now, you'll be given the question like this, and then take 2 minutes to read the questions carefully. So you have to take some time to read it. Yeah. Okay. And then only you listen to the recording.
Question 1. You hear a woman talking about her weekend. What did she do?
Well, we try to do it at least a couple of times a year. It depends very much on the weather, of course. We invite our friends, and there's usually a party of about 8 of us. We pack up all our equipment, remembering the badminton rackets and football, of course. Then it's off to wherever we fancy. It's best to use a proper site, though, one which will have hot water and electricity. But just being out in the open air is simply amazing for me. The kids love it, of course, and so do my husband and I.
Okay, so you hear a woman talking about her weekend. What did she do? She went camping, she had a party, she played sports. Okay. Okay, then you listen to the recording
Question
again.
1. You hear a woman talking about her weekend. What did she do?
Well, we try to do it at least a couple of times a year. It depends very much on the weather, of course. We invite our friends and there's usually a party of about 8 of us. We pack up all our equipment, remembering the badminton rackets and football, of course. Then it's off to wherever we fancy. It's best to use a proper site, though, one which will have hot water and electricity. But just being out in the open air is simply amazing for me. The kids love it, of course, and so do my husband and I.
Okay, all right. So after listening to the recording, okay, you try to answer. For example, I just take a guess, yeah. She had a party. Incorrect. So what should it be? Yeah. All right. So I think you can Google this. I think I can give the link to your teacher and you can try on your own. Yeah. Okay. Try another one. Okay. For the purpose of SPM, I don't think we are going to use native speaker. That means a real British, native, yeah, native speaker to read out the text or whatever. Okay, in the recording, I mean. Yeah, hopefully there will be Malaysians reading the text, yeah, the recording of Malaysian English, yeah. All right. So because I think British is quite difficult for you to understand, but we'll try. Okay, try this one.
Question 2. You hear a man describing yesterday's meeting. How did his boss behave? Okay, so I think he has good intentions. He does it every time, actually. Right, so we were in the meeting and halfway through discussing the planning stage of the project, and everyone thought we were on the right track. Then he came out with all these issues and things that he demanded be changed. There was no negotiation. With him, it's just, do it this way because I said so. He's confrontational and a bit of a bully, actually, and no one likes that. I think he really needs to give more credit to the professionals on the team.
Okay, all right. So the question is, okay, you hear a man describing yesterday's meeting. How did his boss behave? Okay, helpfully, unusually, aggressively. Okay, all right. So basically that's how, the questions will be like. All right, that's how the questions will be like, yeah. All right. Okay, maybe we can try the last part, yeah. The last part, if we have, oh, we don't have that last part. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right. Wait, yeah. Because I want to get over with part 1. Okay, this is the last one for part 1. We do not want this. This is on quizzes actually, yeah. I can share the link with your teacher so that later on you can practice on your own, yeah. You can just try and the answers are given there. Okay, I'm sure you have used quizzes before, all right. Okay, so I would like to show you the long dialogue, yeah, or the interview. Okay. Okay, hang on, yeah. As usual, they will give you some time to what do you call that? Read the questions, yeah. Okay. Okay. Assuming that you have read the questions, and okay, let's listen to the text. Okay, this is the long text. Remember, for the 6 questions, yeah.
You hear an interview with Ray Portman, who has written a book called Walking El Camino.
Hi, Ray. Thanks for coming in. I loved the book Walking El Camino, by the way. You've inspired me. And I'm curious. You say the experience changed your life. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, walking El Camino de Santiago is an extremely personal thing to do. You walk alone most of the time, and you think and think and think. After a while, you start to learn things about who you are. Things you wouldn't normally think about. After 4 weeks of this, I was a different person.
A happier person?
Yes, definitely happier. With a different way of seeing the world.
What made you want to do it?
I came up with the idea after I split up with my girlfriend. I needed a big change in my life, and I'd heard about this spiritual walk across Spain from friends. I had some holiday to take from work, and it just kind of worked out. Before I knew it, I was on a plane to France, where my walk would begin.
I thought it was a Spanish walk.
No, the walk ends in Santiago, in Spain, but it can be started from almost anywhere in the world. I took what's known as the French way, starting on the French side of the Pyrenees and entering Spain from the north. That way is around 700 kilometers and takes around 35 days.
That's a lot of walking.
Yes, it is. And the mountains are difficult, especially if there's snow. But after that, the terrain is quite smooth. It takes a week to get used to it and find your pace.
Where did you sleep at night?
All along the route, there are hostels dedicated to people walking the Camino. This is basic accommodation, a bed, a shower, and breakfast. But that's all you need after a day's walking. You also get to meet very interesting people in these places. Everyone has their own reason for doing the walk, you see.
What kind of people did you meet?
All kinds, and all ages. People in their 70s, younger people walking with friends, teenagers having a walking holiday. There's no normal type of person. Anyone and everyone can do it.
Okay, all right. So from here, you can see that, what do you call that? The interview, okay, all right, in the interview, okay, the lady was asking questions, okay, what kind of people did you meet? Why did you go there? So those are the clues to the answers, okay, to the questions given in your, in part 2, okay. So you just look for the answers, yeah. So the interviewer in that recording, okay, has given you the clues, all right. Okay, so I think I will share this link to quizzes, with your teachers, and you can try on your own, yeah. Okay, all right. So it's almost 11:30. I think I have to end now. All right. So thank you so much for having me here, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to meet with students in SMK SAUJANA UTAMA. Yeah. All right. It's really a great pleasure, yeah, to be with you today. Okay. Thank you again.
All right, thank you, Dr. Azul. All right, everyone, that is the end of our sharing session. We would like to thank Dr. Azul for the very fruitful sharing session. We have learned a lot in 3 hours with you. It was a great pleasure to have you with us, and we hope to see you again in future events.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much also for attending.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We hope everyone gained new knowledge from today's sharing session, and any tips that Dr. Azul has shared here today, you could apply it when answering your exam paper later. If you have any question, you can write it on a piece of paper and then ask your subject teacher. They will help you to actually answer your questions. And we have one more session before we put an end to today's program. So all of the students should remain on YouTube for the quiz and for the attendance. The attendance link has been attached in the comment section. So don't forget to fill in the Google form for your attendance before this program ended. You can also find the link to the quiz in the comment section. You can answer all of the quiz, and then the first 20 students who answered the fastest will be rewarded with cash. So if you have paid all of your attention to what Dr. Azul has said just now, to what Dr. Azul has shared, you probably can be the winner. All right. So we will be focusing on the quiz for now. Please hold on. Okay, the link for the quiz has been posted on the comment section. You can click on the link and answer all of the questions. If any of you haven't filled in the Google form for attendance, please do so. Scroll a little bit to the old messages in the comment section. You can find the link there. Every students, please wait on YouTube for now. Let's wait for the quiz to end first, and then we will add it to this program. All right, please stay on the YouTube. If you the attendance link, you can find the attendance link in the comment section. Just scroll a little bit further to the older message. I hope everyone is actually doing the quiz. Okay, it's actually the attendance and the quiz link. You can find it instead of the comment. You can find it on the live chat. We have the live chat there. We have pinned the attendance link as well as the link to the quiz on the live chat comment. All right, not at the comment at the bottom of the page, but it's at the live chat. Okay, with that, we are finally have come to the end of our program. I will leave you to answer your quiz. We will announce the winners later on, and we would like to say thank you to all of the teachers and also to all of the active audience for the active participation. I know it must be hard to actually sit and listen for 3 hours lecture, but thank you for holding on. And later, hopefully, I hope this program will be beneficial for everybody. Thank you for your attention. Please hold on. Okay, everyone, a little bit correction here. For the quiz, we will only select 20 students with the highest marks. So from the top 1 until the top 20, you will get a reward with cash. All right, and then please do the quiz for you to try. I know everyone actually listened carefully to the lecture just now, so please do your best in answering the quiz, and don't forget to fill in the Google form for your attendance for today. Okay, now we are finally have come to an end. This is towards the end of the programs. Thank you for everyone. Thank you also for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.